Unleashed is real. It is real. Unleashed is real. What's up, everybody? My name is Speck, and we're here gaming professionally with Sonic Unleashed for the Wii, the most professional speedrun game of all time. That's a lie. But hey, what's up? Super excited to play this game for you guys. I have a whole entire tutorial, so let's just get started and I can introduce myself as we go. 3, 2, 1, let's get it started. So, yeah, so I'm super excited to play this game. For most of you guys who are in the Sacer community, you guys know that I love this game quite a bit. I haven't been able to play it that often as of late because of some life stuff, but now I'm here playing it for you guys. I'm gonna be a little rusty, I'm not gonna lie, but I did a practice run beforehand. Everything went fine, so we should be able to hit estimate. And if not, it's fine, it's whatever. But this game does give it and does take it away. As you can see from the estimate, it's a pretty long one, so... but I'm super excited to show this. I actually, yeah, I think this is the first time it's been shown on Sacer. And maybe it's not the last, who knows? Wink, wink, I'm just kidding. But, no, I, probably, give you a little bit of background of my history with this game. I am definitively pretty good at the day stages. The night stages can take a hike, but I like them. Also, you're going to hear a lot of mashing because of text and tutorial things, and there's a lot of text boxes, but we'll get to that in a second. But pretty good at day stages, night stages, I'm a little iffy on, but that's fine. So, hope you guys enjoy that. Yeah, this runs about 2 hours, 45 minutes if I play really bad. World record right now is 10 minutes underneath that, 2:35 by Kinoplat. I have had world record in any percent once, but after I got it once, I said, oh boy, and didn't want it to get it again. But I might get it again, who knows. We'll see. Maybe this will be the run. But the tutorial is pretty simple. I can explain you guys some of the mechanics here that you're going to be seeing. This is a boost game. There's also a Werehog, which we'll explain him when we get there, but this is a boost game, but it's a little bit different of a boost game than your typical boost game. As you can see, there's those 3 gauges down there, and when those gauges get filled, we can expend them, kind of like resource management, if you will. And they're completely expended, and the boost is predetermined for a time. So I wasn't even holding boost, I actually just click it. So you'll be hearing me mashing the boost button over and over again. It's a pretty mashy game, not gonna lie. Because I want to be able to get boost as soon as I can. Holding it doesn't do anything, so something to keep in mind there. I'm also going to be doing, right here, I'll show you some quick stepping. This is the quick step tutorial. But quick stepping actually makes Sonic move a little bit faster, and it allows for some jank here and there, as well as some Taz shenanigans. If you want to watch a really cool Taz, look up the Taz of Sonic Unleashed ILs by Sharu, who is the previous world record holder in Sonic Unleashed HD, Sonic Colors, really just the GOAT in general in boost games. But he made some Tazes for this game, and actually helped me get the full board sweep of day stage ILs from Handpin, who had the record on every day stage for 7 years, way ahead of his time. And Sharu watched that and said, oh yeah, let's make some Tazes, and those Tazes are incredible, and are the whole entire reason. Okay, we're gonna go for the IL method, and it didn't work. Didn't mean to do that, but let's go. What was I saying? Oh, right. Yeah, Handpin. So, yeah, he made just incredible day stage ILs, inspired Sharu, kind of got it there, and really showed what QSS can do. It's a really cool mechanic, and it'll be coming up here in a second. A little bit different from how it is in Unleashed HD. In Unleashed HD, there's also QSS, but for that, you actually hold the slide button as you are doing your QSS, and that makes you go super fast, bypasses the speed cap, actually. But in this game, it just makes us go a little bit faster. It's not really the same thing. There are cutscenes, and now we are playing Phoenix Wright, the Sonic game. We actually have instead of a hub world, which we can walk around in, get medals and whatnot. There's no medal collection in this game, thank freaking God. But instead, what we do is do these little hubs with text. It's a graphic novel, essentially. But yeah, as you can tell, this game is very different from the HD counterpart here. And with all that said, I think I explained the majority of things. I could go into nitty-gritty specifics later, but not that important. But because there's no hubs, we actually get to go into the Gaia temples here. What's really cool is that in the HD version, you never actually go inside of these. They're all in cutscenes. In the SD version, which the SD stands for Superior D. I don't know what the D stands for. You actually can go inside of it in the standard definition version here, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, we're gonna go into Windmill Isle 2. What other things about this game could I tell you about? Yeah, so we're gonna be going into day 2, and then there's also mission levels that we do. Right now, asterisk on the right now. We have to play every single stage in this game, and so there's no stage skips, and I do think there might be a way to bypass flags, but I have not labbed it out yet because I am lazy, TBH, but yeah, that's neither here nor there. But hopefully I can show you guys every single stage while we still have them available to us, and can show off the cool shenanigans we can do here. Also, oh my god, that is the fastest I've ever done that split in my life. That is crazy. Okay, we'll try to go for some stuff here. So I'm gonna game for a second. Gonna jump up here. Oh my god. Okay, if I had gotten under the rail, I would have just shut up completely. That is a Taz strat that I've never gotten before, getting on that rail over there. And we missed windmill skip. That's cool. So, oh, and I missed the QTE because I am very good. It's the same every time. I just forgot. Anyway, gonna slide down here. Jump over that dash panel, because, oh, this is why. When you go into a rail in this game on the day stages, you can actually jump off of rails. And when you do that, the speed cap for the rail is never reset. So you can have rail speed the entire time. So you can just slide on the ground with the rail speed in the 2D sections. So that's going to come in handy in a couple of stages here and there. Some stages, the rail is too out of the way for us to really utilize that. But in that stage, in that scenario there, we could have utilized that to skip that whole entire windmill. Saves about 3 seconds. And if I had, gotten to QTE as well. But now I'm going to do, hopefully, what is known as Taz skip. We thought this was Taz only, and then I did what a lot of us nerds do. We got into the save states and try to figure out if we can actually do it in RTA. And I was able to get it. It's pretty consistent, but it takes really, really precise timing. So we'll try to get it here. On these curves, if you jump and hold in, you actually get a little bit of a speed boost there. I'm so excited because I actually get to really go deep into everything on these stages, because I usually don't get to do that. Because usually for a marathon I run all day stages, which is a much shorter category, so it's much more breakneck speed. I'm going to do some QSS here, and hopefully we get the right boost timing. I didn't get it. Yeah, so right there, what I was trying to do was to get another boost. And had I gotten that, this chaser here would have died, and its body, its corpse, would lay on those ramps, and if I jumped over the body would push me onto the ramp, but it would bypass the ramp speed cap, and I actually be launched all the way to the goal ring. Really cool trick. Very hard to do. So, to put this in perspective, I just got a 238, which is fine. I'm not proud of it. I'm not going to call my mom about it. But, it's fine. But the IL world record for that is a 224. So, Taz skip, windmill skip, really, and also just insane lines. That does come into play here. But we're going to do the first mission of the game, the ring mission. There are only missions in the day stages. That's not a thing in the night stages. But the night stages have multiple acts. So, which we'll see here in a second. This will be our last day stage in Windmill Isle. And then we will be transitioning to the night stages, which have actually really grown on me. I'm not the best at them. In fact, I would say me and Kino Platt, the other really good runner of this game, Kino is really good at night stages, I'm really good at day stages. If there was a player that was good at both, we would be irrelevant. But no one's picked it up. No one's picked up the sticks yet. That is done that. So that is the end of our day stages here. We're about 9 seconds behind PB, not too bad. A 906 coming out of the splits. Gonna do some more menuing. The Plaza de Iglesia. Probably wondering, why is this in Spanish? I am very lightly speaking it, but I'm not fluent by any means. But that's not why I have it. That is the fastest language for this game. I actually TAS'd that out, which there's, I think, 8 available languages, so it took a little while to figure that out, but I didn't like go all the way through the game. I went to the night stages and then was like, okay, this is fine. Yes, I've done a lot of research in this game. I'm going to show you guys a lot of, nah, who let this man's play 3 hours of Unleashed on a marathon? So true, I don't know. Very grateful for it, though. Thanks, guys, for having me. But yeah, that is the fastest language for this game. Japanese is second, English, and French is third. No, French, English and Italian is third, and then it's French, and then it's German. I think there's 6 then. That's math. Oh, we got the skip. Okay, cool. So usually right there's a cutscene that plays. But instead I bonked into the door. I'm calling it bonk skip. We actually never named it, but I'm calling it bonk skip now. And it's when you bonk into the door while doing a quick step, and that actually bypasses that cutscene trigger. So now we have the Werehog. His mechanics are pretty simple. If you look at the HD version, this is my hot take, because you guys are giving me a platform, so I'm going to say it. I think the HD version of Unleashed is the hardest speedrun, period. You could argue with me all day long. M-Speed and the Werehog are fucking crazy in that game, and it's like 2 hours long. It's a really, you have to be really consistent, especially at the top level. Go check out Josh Salkild. His run's insane. He's got like a 149 right now. But this Werehog, on the other hand, is pretty tame. There's no skill tree that we have in the, like how we do in the HD version. Instead, there is a skill wheel that we slowly but surely level ourselves up in. And so I'm going to be collecting little red capsules called Gaia capsules that have Gaia Force in them. And that's going to help us level up a little bit sooner in the game here. So that should give us a little bit of leeway. But gonna come up here, do the first instance of jump boosting. Jump boosting is when I do a double jump. Sonic has a double jump with the Werehog, not with the regular Hedgehog. And when I do his special aerial attack at a specific timing, it actually gives him some extra height. So that's gonna allow us to do some really cool extra things here and there. But this is the combo tutorial. So right now we only have 3 punches available to us. And I'm going to try to highlight this. It's still pretty new to me, but it's called Taz punching. So if I come up here and do a shield cancel, I'm shield canceling every hit. His punches will be at max power and will come out a lot faster, which I didn't do nearly fast enough. That should be like a 44 with good Taz punching. Again, night stage is not my fancy. I can show off some glitches I found with the guy, but outside of that, his movement, his combat, kind of alleviates me even now. I mostly for my first year playing this game, I just focused on the Hedgehog, and so as I've started to grind any percent, I grinded for 3 months at the beginning of this year until I got world record. Then I took a break. Okay, awesome boxes. And cool. Box tutorial loves screwing me over. It's really funny. So really, my history with the Werehog starts earlier this year, so it's still kind of new to me. But yeah, it's pretty cool, pretty concise stuff. As we level up and move on, we will have some more cool shenanigans to show with him. But right now, pretty basic stuff with movement and just getting good lines, having good combat. The really cool part and the most important part of the Werehog in this game is getting good AI manipulation. So every AI that you see, that's not RNG. It's completely manipulatable and is able to be controlled by my puppeteering hands. So that's going to be the object or the goal for this run, is to make sure I'm getting that consistent movement, consistent placement, even sometimes the consistent combat, to make sure that I'm getting the right AI manip. So right here, I landed at a very specific spot. I tried to lure these guys over so I can grab these boxes and throw them at them. And one guy did not come over. Still 7 seconds. It's pretty good. I am going to share with you guys like those little splits for those fights. Probably a lot. But getting up here at around 15 seconds is about the goal. We're about tied with the low tad here, which is not a bad thing. So come up here, throw this. Oh dear. And then get that. And then these little assholes are called the Bouncy Boys. I actually don't know what they're called, but I call them the Bouncy Boys. They are most efficiently dealt with by throwing them, but sometimes Sonic will grab the wrong one because he's an idiot, and they'll be thrown at the wrong place. So it does lead to some weird shenanigans here and there with those guys. So and then got that, and when I come over here to this AI minute, grab this box, get behind this guy, run over here to lure the guy at the bottom left, and the guy at the top here, hit those guys with that one box as he runs over here, and nice and solid like that for that first fight. This is only Act 1 as we get started here. And then another Bouncy Boy fight, kind of getting you acclimated with the combat system. Let's hope Sonic grabs the right one here. He does. Hoop, there it is, Michael Jordan. And then we're going to wait for these barriers to come down here. I don't really know the logistics of these barriers, but I do think they are on a timer depending on when you end the fight. There have been some weird instances where I definitely will not have the cleanest fight, but I'll end at the same time. So I'm wondering, I don't think there's like a frame rule system, but something around that. Some countdown timer so far. And then I'm going to be showing you guys a new strategy that was developed actually just a couple weeks ago. Using Unleashed here, usually we pick these guys up, but instead I'm using the aerial special attack. This attack is cracked. It has the biggest AoE damage you can possibly imagine. 144, that's pretty clean. And so I'm going to use that a lot, especially in these early stages, to take out enemies. We are going to be being introduced to a new enemy called the Hornet. The Hornet is the worst enemy in the freaking game. I hate them because they love to dodge shit. But with this new jump ability that we have with the the Unleashed meter, we are able to get rid of them pretty quickly. If we don't have Unleashed meter, we'll do a different strategy here, which is using boxes, or we can dash attack their enemies. We just unlocked that with our latest level up, but I skipped through all the menuing so you can't really see it. Able to take them out pretty quickly here. Throwing is the most powerful attack in this game until you get Max Werehog, so we're going to be utilizing that a lot in these early levels. I'm going to daze daze an enemy, pick him up, and then throw him, and then boom, throw those boxes as well. I'm going to be making sure I'm utilizing that as much as possible. And then Chip's going to come in and interrupt us because the ambience just wasn't good enough for him. So going to come down here, run, have another fight. You're probably wondering, are there fight skips? There are fight skips, and we're going to be coming on our first one in just a second here. I'm going to roll over here, throw him over there, take him out pretty quickly. First, we have some more movement. Going to be utilizing our first instance of jump boosting. Usually we could do this whole entire platforming section to the right of us, but instead we're going to jump boost. Just grab this guy. We come up here and then do bell skip. Run on the bell tower and get across there. That saves about, all of that saves about like 12 seconds. But bell skip is a new thing that I found. Okay, that's cool. That saves just about like 2 or 3. Okay, nice. Didn't get the best grab there, but that's alright. And then instead of doing this whole entire platforming section as it wants us to, we're going to just jump on this staircase and then do a sprint jump. When you sprint and jump diagonally, you actually don't lose any of your speed. If you do that in any other direction, you will. Then do a jump boost here, run on this roof, and skip the entire elevator section. And gonna do a death minute instead. Usually you can clip back and bounds, but I'm bad. So we'll just go to this checkpoint here. Chip's gonna annoy us again. A recurring theme. He does not stop annoying us until the very end of the game. So very fun stuff. Doing that deathless or doing that without a death usually only saves about like maybe 3 or 4 seconds RTA, but in-game time, it's not that big of a difference. So we don't measure by in-game time. That's something I care about. But most of the other players measure by RTA instead. So, but a lot of death manip in this game. That is not the last time you're going to be seeing that, just so you know. We use death manip a lot in this game to bypass checkpoints, bypass fights, and yada yada yada. On and on we can go. Every Sonic game is broken, right? Gonna come through here, dash attack, throw, dash attack, throw. This is melee now. And now we have the 5-hit combo Rooney, where I can just wallop these guys pretty damn well. Oh wow, that's a new one. That was awesome. Holy shit. That is the fastest I've ever done that fight. That was awesome. Usually when I throw that enemy, it only goes into one other enemy, but it hit 2 instead, so I just took out 3 birds with 1 stone. That's pretty sick. Okay, coming through here, get some good movement. Grabbing these Gaia Forces capsules just to make sure we're leveling up as fast as possible. And hopefully I got the right nip. Yes, I did! Let's go! Yeah, this is yeah, we're cooking. We're cooking now. This yeah, this is a good little run of this IL. Okay, come in here, get this guy Daisy. The most important part of this of the 5-hit combo is the fact that there's 2 of them. There's 2 different 5-hit combos. One of them does some devastating punches. The other one dazes at the very end, so it does less damage, but it makes enemies dizzy. And so it really helps us in the long run to make enemies dizzy. We can pick them up and then throw them. So it kind of, you're going to be mixing up as you do this game, or play this game, because I'm teaching all of you how to run it right now. I just winked, you can't see me though. Luigi gave a thumbs up though, so hopefully you get the message. But it really does show us the mix-up of, should I be throwing an enemy right now, or should I be using combat? But I have Unleash now, so I'm just going to jump and use that special attack again. When they shield, RNG is the only instance, shielding is the only instance of RNG outside of the final boss that really matters, and this asshole loves me so much. So he shielded there to give me a hug or something, I don't know. 146 coming out of that fight isn't bad, but that with that movement, that's bad, unfortunately. But most of the time when I come out of this, a good run coming out of this stage here, by the time the screen goes black, is like 2150. So we're still doing pretty well. And now we have a lot of menuing because we get to meet my favorite character in the game, Professor Pickle. We have to go rescue him. I know Professor Pickle fans are foaming at the mouth right now, knowing that he's about to come onto the screen. But we actually have to go rescue him. And what's really cool about the Unleashed version, despite it being a longer speed run than the HD version, is that it has less varying content. I would say it has more content in the sense of levels that you have to play, but varying content. So we're going to go to Missouri, and usually in the HD version, we would play a night stage, but instead, I'm going to show you what we do for Missouri instead for the SD version. I promise it's going to be riveting. We're going to talk to Tails, who has the creepiest render of all time. And you're probably thinking right now that the menuing here that I'm doing is really easy. But I promise you that the devs were like, hey, what if instead of it making sense with directions, what if we didn't do that? What if instead of going up, when you wanted to go up with the D-pad, we made you go to the right? And they do that literally throughout the entire game. So you have to memorize the menuing. It's very funny. And so sometimes I will forget because I have a speedrunner's brain. And so I will mess up the menuing. It's very fun. But now, this is a Missouri Night, by the way. This is the Missouri Night stage. Very funny. And that's it. That is the end of Missouri Night. And now we have the boss of Missouri. There's also no day stage. We just go there, watch a cutscene, and that's it. So pretty cool stuff. The good news is we don't have to do any Gaia Temple shenanigans or anything like that. If you're wanting to see more of this game, by the way, if you're watching this and you're thinking, oh wow, I want more Unleashed, there is a 5-hour run of this game of the 100%. There are items, there are villager items you can get as well, and there's Gaia Gate Temple levels. Once you have a certain amount of emblems, emblems are rewarded depending on which rank you get in this game. And getting an S rank and the day stage basically is rewarded for going fast, which is good game design. Also a good menuing spec. Nope, I don't want to talk to you. Awesome. There goes like 10 seconds of my life that I won't get back. What was I saying? Something about something. Oh well, doesn't matter. Gonna go move on to the boss here. This boss is really interesting. because we are a very obscure game, most of the records that we have outside of some ILs, most of them are on TSC. And no TSC slander here. I just crossed myself. But love TSC. But with this game being so old, there's a lot of games or a lot of ILs that have no videos to them, and this was one of them. So in any percent, the average time was a 55. The IL for this 14, and we were like, what the fuck? Luckily though, I did a lot of searching on the YouTubes and was actually able to find not the world record, but a level run of this. Oh, did I get it? Oh, I don't think I did. No. IL of this where the person that was running it got a double hit glitch, and using some save states and some setups there, I nearly missed it. I think I quick stepped one too many times. I can usually get my placement in a spot where I can get a pretty consistent run. And it saves about 30 seconds. So getting a 14, probably not as possible. And then I also found another setup too. This is the backup setup. So instead of having a 55, we get a 43 by manipulating some of his AI behavior to do what I want him to do. So also Jason Griffith Sonic is here. Shout outs. This is a big shout out. This game has unskippable cutscenes, unless if you already played through this game once, or you, which I have today. I just keep on forgetting to skip the cutscenes. Or if you have unlocked with 100% save file all of the movies in this game, all of the videos, all the cutscenes, and then watch all of them before you do your run. So to bypass that, I said if someone can skip the cutscenes in this game, I will pay them $50. And who better to rise to the challenge than Labris SR, who modded this game. This is the speedrun mod. I'm running on a, not on an emulator, what's it called? A USB loader, which gives us a little bit faster loads, for sure. But it also allows us to run the speedrun mod that skips cutscenes from the get-go, from the jump, and it allows us to not have to do all the cutscene shenanigans. It's not as fast as just skipping the cutscenes themselves, for sure. It adds about 20 seconds, because there's quite a few cutscenes in this game. But in a 2 hour, 40-minute run, that's really nothing you can't make up. You want to just be doing no resets. So, but going to be going to Spagonia right now. We have a split path. For me, who is weaker in the night stages, I will opt for going for the night stages first. It's actually a little bit slower, by like 3 or 4 seconds. Nothing huge. And then most other runners will go for the day stage first. And I might actually fuck up the day stage because there's a no break mission. We'll get to that stupidness once we get there. But for this stage, really the first hour and a half of this game is pretty brutal. Almost every single stage set, the night stages, all have major skips in them for fights skips. Gate skips, you're going to be seeing that here in this stage set here. And also, this is the first of 2 stage sets that has a soft lock. So if I get soft locked here, I will have to completely restart the stage. I'm not going to restart the run, don't worry. It will not soft lock us out of the game. It's just going to soft lock us out of the stage. There is one soft lock, the other one, which doesn't really happen. I made sure I'm running on file slot 2. In any of the higher file slots, if you fuck up a fight skip, for some reason the game will just completely crash, and so and will corrupt your data. So very fun stuff. Love to see it. Also shield RNG. Thank God. Yes. Awesome. I'm not salty about that. I just lost 2 seconds because of that guy. Whatever. Yeah, very fun game that I'm playing here. I'm gonna do a jump here to activate a cutscene before it's supposed to go. I actually have no idea if this saves time. In-game time it does, because you go further and with the timer being still. But RTA, I don't think it does anything. Gonna pick up this box here, throw it at these guys, kill them in 1 hit. And not kill these guys in 1 hit though. And then throw this box here, miss it because I'm great at the game, stand on it instead, and get some more force capsules before we go into the next section. Unfortunately, the level ups do not apply to Sonic until after the stage is completed. So there is a level up that if I were to get here would completely break this this stage from the fighting perspective. But really, the movement stuff has all kind of been accounted for already. Oh dear. And then get these guys lined up, and if they hit, goes funny game. Alright, gonna go through dash attack here. Dash attack didn't connect because collision. Throw. Honestly, kind of paid off. Worked here. And we're gonna be doing the first gate skip. This won't soft lock us or anything like that. It's just gonna be a nuisance to get all the gate emblems here because they're just MacGuffins. Jump boost up here. Activate Unleashed. Oh, I think that was too soon. Oh, I got it. Okay, cool. So normally, what we'll be doing is going on this clock tower and getting 3 keys, but instead, that's really stupid, so we're not going to do that. Instead, I just used a dash attack while I have Unleashed that still moves me during the cutscene, that allows me to bypass that whole entire stage here. Cool. Oh gosh. Now I'm going to do a jump boost onto this light pole. Nice. And then right there's a cutscene that activates, but if you land on a specific polygon at the right time, you will be able to skip that cutscene. So we were able to get that there as well. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. And a 208, not that bad. Usually like a pretty good time there is around like a 2 flat, so not too bad. We're gaming. And this is my favorite stage in the early game, is Speck 2. The movement in this stage is really, really slick. If you get it, if you don't, it's fine. And the fighting is really, really cool, so I can't wait to show that to you. Gonna jump over these spikes here. Only get a couple force capsules, but it's pretty linear. It's not really as open as Speck 1. Dash attack through this guy. Throw. They didn't run because they're mean. What the heck? Okay, this is the backup. And that dude just bounced. Very funny. Remember when I said it's really cool and it's my favorite stage? Yeah, it really loved that compliment, so it decided to be, like, mean. Okay, gonna come right here. Jump around that fight trigger. There's a whole entire fight here, but if you saw on the right, there was a texture that loaded in. That is our cue that we bypassed the fight trigger. And so that's what I used there. Throw. Missed all of them. Awesome. And then do another fight here. Unfortunately, in Spegonia, outside of what we're going to do in the next stage, there are no fight skips in Spegonia. But there is some really cool usage of some of the combat here. Gonna jump over that. There's a whole entire puzzle we could do, but I don't want to do it. So instead, because it's not fast. So instead, gonna kill this guy if he'll die. Activate Unleashed while he's dying, and for this gate to come down, we're going to need a jump boost later, and we cannot jump boost when Unleashed is activated. So, it does make some skips impossible to do, like that gate skip, for example. I can't try it again if I were to fail it, so I'd have to jump boost up there. And then come up here, and then... Now, there is another backup way, but I want to show you guys the cool way. Alright, come up here. Bypass all that jungle, what's it called? Jungle gymming? Yeah, platforming. You know, jungle gymming. And we're actually able to do that. There's another way to do that with the platforming. It doesn't even cost that much time, but it's not as cool looking in my opinion, so we're not gonna go for that. Now we get to do one of 2 skips. There's 2 variations of the skip. One is I get the frame perfect, pixel perfect, weird ass collision that allows me just to run in the ceiling here. There's actually a gate puzzle we can do, but we're just gonna skip it. Like so. And run down here. This guy's gonna spawn, and we're going to grab him, jump on his head. No way! We got it! Oh my god! Okay. Wow. Okay, so that is the frame perfect, pixel perfect bullshit. I've never gotten this in a run before. Okay. This is going to prevent us from getting a soft lock. So there's a fight skip here. I'm going to get this, apologies for the pop-off. Going to get this jump. And then, wow, that's awesome. Okay, and then we skip the fight there. So that is the full fight skip there. That usually takes 112, and we just saved 20 seconds. Woo! Okay, cool. Oh, I love that gold. That's a good gold. I'm so glad I was able to show that up to you guys. So, but if let's say I failed that right, what else would I do? There's another skip you can do as well, with some AI manipulation. You actually do trigger a fight though. And so if a fight is triggered, and you don't actually end the fight, and then trigger another fight, that soft locks you. You're stuck in the boundaries of that fight. There's all boundaries in almost every fight that traps you in it until it's completed. And in most of them. And the first one that we activate is one of the rare few that does not have any boundaries. And so when we activate another, we're trapped in those boundaries. And there's no enemies to kill. So it's soft locked, you have to restart the stage. So it's really, really risky. But that is that adds a really cool thing to it. So where are we at now? We are gaming, I think. How are we going against PB? We should be about 30 seconds ahead. So it's pretty good. Yeah, it's a pretty good start here. Woo! Look at that. 12 seconds ahead of balance. So there we go. Unfortunately, last run I did do it out of order. I did Halaska first instead of Spagonia. So, but yeah, kind of gaming right now. Luigi giving us the thumbs up, letting us know that we're doing good. So we had to go to Halaska. Halaska is the snooze fest. If you want to take a nap, go take a piss or get a drink, slam some cans, as they say over in the UK. This is your time to do that. These stages are pretty boring until we get into the no-break mission. The no-break mission turns these really boring stages into Dark Souls. The Dark Souls of Sonic game, if you will. This is IGN. But first, before we do that, we have... I was hoping someone would laugh. Okay, gonna come down here, stop, and then get into this goal right here, because I don't know how to stop in this game. There's no upgrades. So I have all the tutorials for the upgrades in the HD version. There are upgrades in the HD version, but in the SD version, we actually never get those upgrades, but we still have the tutorials for them. So I'm glad that they're teaching us how to use just basic mechanics. 36 minutes into a speedrun. Lord knows how far, how long it would take you to learn this mechanic in a casual playthrough, but that's good game design, you know. This game, a little bit of history about it, was developed, in fact, by Sonic Team. Excuse me. But another company helped consult with the day stage design, and that is Dimps. I am a Dimps simp outside of Sonic 4, and this is why, because this game is incredible. But the day stages in this are absolute masterpieces. Outside of this one, it has this bobsled section, which can go take a hike, but also, I've never used the phrase take a hike, like, in my life, but I've used it like 4 times since starting this run, so new Speck lingo has been announced right here and now. I'm gonna come down here. I know, it's crazy. It might be better with a snowboard! Yeah, what the fuck? How do you go from the coolest shit in the world, snowboarding, and then like, yeah, let's make it a bobsled. Oh my god, I'm actually angry now. God, that's stupid. I never thought about that. Alright, well, that's lame. Sadix is better. But this is not the NSAEM. I'm gonna do a screen warp there. There's actually a soft lock we could do if I had mistimed that. But good news is we didn't get it. It's really easy to miss the soft lock. I would have to do it intentionally. Also, we are now on IL pace. That was a really good bobsled section, and with that jump, I actually got a 131. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, and we got the spin dash. Oh my gosh. Wait, I'm gonna game a bit. I'm gonna game for a second here. Gaming. Apologies for the silence, or maybe your much needed silence. I don't know. Whatever your preference is for your aesthetics. Okay, okay, fuck that. That's cool. We're good. I can talk again. This is on a timer. This timer starts actually before I come into the room, so that would have looked completely different had I not fucked up there earlier. But 202, not too bad. 3 seconds behind IL, so it's not too bad here. I would say I'm very, very consistent in the day stages, but they are not easy. I would not argue that at all. I'm going to skip this loop-de-loop with a stomp jump, basically on rails, you're usually not supposed to be able to jump, but if you hold the stomp button, you are completely actionable. And so that's where I did that there, so I can skip that loop. Saves about 3 seconds, nothing huge. And failing it, it just makes you have to do the loop. It's not really risky at all. 232, not bad. Oh yeah, but also with the S rank, I totally forgot to explain that. So for the day stages, getting the S ranks there is just because just going fast enough. In the night stages, you have to get enough Gaia Force, rings, and the time limit. And so the routing for 100% requires all S ranks, and it's very, very different from what you're seeing now in 80%. So again, if you're interested in seeing more of this game, seeing more of the core mechanics represented, go check out Kinoplat. I will never do 100% run in my life. I do not have 5 hours to give, I'm sorry. But maybe one day. Maybe I make that like a point reward. And you can redeem it because he, for some reason, has a lot of points. New call-out post. Oh, also, I totally took the wrong route for this ring mission. LOL. I'm good at game. Hold on. Nope. Nope. No, no. 1 second. I had to get that. We're going fast. This will now be my new worst split. We got a new gold, guys. Or new bronze, I guess. But yeah, check out the 100% speedrun. Really cool stuff. I don't want to play it, but I love watching it because I can break it up. So sometimes I watch like those longer speedruns, like it's a Netflix series. And I'll break up them all in like hour segments. Now we are in the hardest part, day stage wise, outside of the later stages. This no break mission, the beginning totally fine, but then we get on this rail here. And we're not supposed to be on this rail. The camera does not change. I have to make sure I do a rail hop somehow when there's not a rail hop mechanic present in this game. So, or a rail switch mechanic in this game. So I just have to jump and pray to God I land. Also, good job getting enough rings. That's super cool. You may have noticed, I forgot to explain this because I'm a great commentator, that at 30 rings, 60 rings, and 90 rings, Sonic gets a level up. He gets more gauges to expend. More boost gauge to expend, if you will. And so that does help out some things here. But we are out of Halaska. Nothing went wrong. Sometimes Collision loves to mess with me and decides to be like, let's just run into an ice block that is nowhere near you. So sometimes I'll just fail this. Really cool section here, but now we have the hub fight, which there's no hub. So instead, it's just a bunch of QTEs. Good game. I promise. Definitely worth the play. Yeah, but basically, it's the same every single time, too. It's not even random, so I don't even have to, like, forget it. I just keep on forgetting it, though, because I'm, funny. I have, like, the memory of a turtle. No, turtles have good memories, I think. Whatever animal has a bad memory. Goldfish. Yes, there it is. I have a memory of a goldfish. So, menuing, QTE stuff, that's not in my head anymore, unfortunately. So I might fail some QTEs here and there. And now we get to go to, so we go from hard-ish stages, now we go to, like, brutal. Dragon Road, you can't see my splits right now, but Dragon Road, I call these the coin flip. This is where your run is either going to die, or it's going to stay alive. Every single stage has a skip of some sort that you can implement. And they are all brutal skips. The good news is, on 2 of them, I don't go for them. One of them does save 40 seconds, which is not a small amount of time. That's actually, even in this run, it's a pretty big amount of time. But the time loss is another 40 seconds. So I don't really like those odds. I'm really bad at it. Kino's really good at it. He makes it look like it's automatic. I don't fucking get it. Yeah, and so, but yeah, so I'm not going to be going for that. Hopefully I can go for the other movement options here. But if we're feeling good, if we're feeling spicy, we might go for it. But because we're on PB pace, I don't think I'm going to go for it. TBH, sorry. Sorry to all the fans of Dragon Road 1 skip, but there is another skip here that is not fast at all, but I love experimenting with this game. It's a really fun game to save state and just toy around with mechanics and geometry because it's a port of another game and it's completely different. So on the one end, it's really solid, but at the other end, and they made this because of motion control gimmicks, so it's just like, yes, you can play this game with motion controls, by the way. I'm not playing with motion controls. I'm playing with the classic controller. But yeah, it's really solid, but there's also some weird gimmicky stuff. But you can skip this whole entire fight if you want. But the setup for it is not fast at all. Basically, you run on these poles here that you're seeing me walk by. You can jump from pole to pole. It's pretty cool. You're like a ninja. But unfortunately, it's really slow. So, getting up there. Alright, gonna come through here, do another fight. Hopefully I get the double hits. Oh, okay. That's also another option I can do. I haven't really thought about that. Yeah. Yeah? Honestly, this might be a strat. We're developing strats mid-marathon. So, just like Mission Street, there are cycles on those poles that we just passed there. There is a zero cycle, where you can actually jump that gap pretty reliably, but I don't go for it in these long runs. I just don't go for it. If it was all night stages, absolutely, but with any percent, not really. But I usually go for one cycle instead, so I can usually do some weird shenanigans in the meantime. And what we just did there is we expended all of our boost, or not boost, unleashed meter. So I wonder if this will impact this fight at all. Okay, come here. Okay, weird targeting. Still have not fully fleshed out this fight. Usually, whenever I save state the stage, I'm usually save stating the skip, but as we're not going for that right now, I'm not going to be the most efficient in this fight, but good enough. Come up here, pull this lever. So you're seeing, 1, we had to do the fight. 2, I had to pull this lever, pretty slow. 3, gotta watch this cutscene. And then 4, instead of just doing the movement, you can actually jump over that door. But there is a barrier around that. And if you get trapped in that barrier, you can't leave it. You're completely trapped. So there's no doing the trick again, doing the movement again. You're kind of just screwed. So, but yeah, 452, not too bad for skipless. We're pretty schmoovin' right now. I'm actually kind of excited. The early game I had last time was pretty cracked, and we're still pretty even with that. My latest run, not my latest PB. So, I'm gonna come through here, run. The good news is, doing that fight though, we now got another level, a strength level up, and so this fight is able to be done pretty efficiently. I'm gonna go through here, use the Werewolf with these wizards. They love to just randomly teleport like that. But if we use the Werewolf, which sends them up in the air, it's kind of like their your combo starter, if you will. That allows them to stay relatively still. That was a really good fight. Wow. 30 seconds. Holy crap. That's really good. We are moving right now, guys. This is really good. I did a run earlier and was 2 minutes ahead of world record coming into the 2-hour mark. So, who knows? Who knows? Who knows what's happening right now? And we're even with that run. So, we could be gaming. We could, in fact, be gaming. But imagine gaming. So, I'm going to go through here, use this pole, going to jump onto this guy. Now, there's 2 ways we could do this. We can jump on his head here, and I'm going to take it the normal way. You can also die there. You can actually hit this cutscene trigger and then die as it's going. Saves a little bit of time, and it makes the cycles on this, I call it the climb, a lot more easy. But you lose a life, and lives in this game are fixed, so you don't get another life if you get 100 rings. You're just stuck at 2. Okay. Very cool jump boost. Work? Okay, our cycles are now messed up, but that's fine. And also the cycle I would have had here, had I been playing alright, would allow me to do the wall run, and basically with some collision I can run up the walls pretty consistently here. I'm going to try to go for it again up here to do waterfall skip, but we'll see what happens. Oh gosh.
Wall runs, insane.
Yes, and then we got it. So you can actually run across that waterfall, but you don't hit the checkpoint. So if you die, you're pretty much screwed. So because again we're in any percent, not IL, I'm not gonna go for waterfall run. There is a divide on if that's faster than the IL method. I think it is, but I don't like grinding ILs for night stages. They're not fun for me. Outside of one second. I got a fight skip here. So that fight skip is really finicky. Sometimes you'll hit the trigger, it will be inactionable. Sometimes you'll miss the trigger and stay actionable, so when the fight triggers, you can still skip it. 209, that should be a gold. That was the IL world record like a month ago. So, and then I was like, look what I got in 80%. And then we changed that. So yeah. Then we have Dragon Road Knight 3. Again, we are doing really good pace-wise. This is a really good pace. The big factor here is going to be Dragon Road Knight 3. I don't do the skip in this one. It only saves like 3 or 4 seconds. But it's a fire skip. You're going to be seeing that a lot. Or really 3 times if I did this one. So not a lot, actually, from a percentage perspective. But whatever. Jump up here. There's a fight in there. We don't want to do it. So we're just going to jump up here and bypass it. You can get an item if you want, but we don't want to get items in this game, or in this category, because that actually has extra menuing. It says, you got an item, go check it out in the gallery, and you have to press A. Costs you about like a second or 2, so we don't want to do that. Avoiding items as a strategy is just as important in this game as getting items in 100%. It's really, really interesting. And then I'm going to get this Force Capsule. Don't know if that actually helps me out in the long run, but I've been getting it in recent runs, so or I'm just gonna keep on doing it. So, run into the wall because I looked down at chat for a second. There's nothing optimal about that. I'm just funny. Grab the water because I'm good, please. Okay. And then usually this is where we do the fight skip. As you can see, Sonic runs pretty slowly when he's carrying something. And so we actually just run into those flames, and with some iframes, you can clip over those flames. But again, it doesn't save too much time, so I'm not gonna go for it. Have a fight here. Gonna jump boost up to get up there just a little bit faster, or not jump boost because it didn't come out. Then wait. Use the werewolf up. He still dodged. What an a-hole. All right. And then fight these guys here. Okay. And then. Yep. And that was a really, really good fight. Alright. Is someone still alive? Okay, yeah. Order of operations in this game is also really interesting. Wizards, and you'll see them later, fans take longest to die. Yeah, there's an enemy that's just a fan that will freeze you. Really funny. Really good game design, guys. Those are the slowest ones to take out. The death animation's the longest, I mean. So usually you want to kill those first. I almost died, oh my gosh. Outside of these little mini-bosses here, so we have this little Titan mini-boss. And we had to take him out. The rest of the people that spawned don't matter at all for the condition of completing this fight. So instead we were able just to finish the fight and keep on going. And finish this out here. What's really fun about this is that about, maybe, like, 6 months ago, 6 months, a year ago, getting sub 230 in any percent, unheard of. And now that's like expected standard. So doing pretty good. Now this boss fight, I have pretty good manip on it, but you guys can see my splits. But last time I got terrible manip. I lost 20 seconds. If we get good manip, we will have a 55 split coming out of this, which is like, we are gaming. So hopefully we can get that here. Gonna come up and jump here. If I go to the right platform, my gosh. Hit him. And wait for him to come back. And this first section, this first part, pretty normal. Run, grab water, hit it before it becomes invulnerable. Or gets any iframes. Didn't get any iframes, so I was able to hit it. And so now I'm gonna do this. Hit it 5 times, doesn't matter your level. You just have to hit it 5 times, and just doing a combo is the fastest way to do that. Y, A, B. And I say it out loud because I need to. X, B, Y. That is always random, and they always choose the funniest order to, I don't know, make me upset. Sometimes I fail the QTE. As you guys saw earlier in Mile. Gonna come up here, and now it is invulnerable. I cannot hit it. But 1, 2, 3, 4. I got it. Is it gonna do the right AI manip though? No, I didn't. No. Okay. Let's see if I can hit it. Try to hit it from here. Yeah. Now it's just gonna keep on going backwards and backwards. It's gonna reset its cycle. Be very nice. And now I just lost 30 seconds. So that sucks. But all good. So timing that correctly sucks, but it's all good. And now it's gonna take a while for us to get that new phase back and be able to attack it. And I was wondering where it was gonna go. There it goes. It's all good because usually I go for the fastest method. The IL for this is 206. A fast any percent, I would say, it's like 214. The reason why IL is so much faster is because you have the Earth Shaker level up, and that allows you to get out a lot of punches. Very weak punches, mind you, but it doesn't matter about strength for this boss. It just matters about amount. But it allows you to get out a rapid jab, essentially, pretty quickly. So that's why we use that there, and get you down to a 206. And it was placed in the worst place possible. We'll see if I can hit it, though. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, hit it. Good. Come over here. I think we should be able to get it. Yep. Okay, that saves this. Those iframes are really, really tricky to get consistent. So the fact that we got that from a distance matters, timing matters, all that. And then for this last QTE, we're actually going to intentionally fail it. Glad it was an X and not A or B. There have been times where I would mash and I actually would get the QTE. It was very funny. We should still be saving time here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 250. My last one was like 310, so should be saving a little bit of time.
How do you like that, huh?
Yep, saving about 5 seconds. Let's go, guys. So we're at a 55-54, really, really good pace. And now we get to go do some more day stages. Spagonia and Chunon, these are my two favorite day stages, and of course, by the grace of Dimps, they put them back to back for me, so I'm super excited. Spagonia, I would say if you're trying to learn ILs in this game, Spagonia is the second hardest day stage IL to learn. A lot of tight turns, a lot of finicky bullshit that you gotta figure out how to deal with, but once you figure out how to deal with it, it is the most satisfying stage to master. So hopefully I can show that for you guys here. And all of its glory. But gonna come up here, go back to Spagonia, talk to Professor Pickle, who's going to freak out that the Gaia Phoenix has been awakened. Apparently, that's a thing. The Sonic lore, if you will. There is a lot more lore in this game, by the way, than is in the HD version. Because you're not, or at least from an any percent perspective. So this is like the lore percent of Unleashed as a whole. For the HD version, all you have to do is just talk to Professor Pickle, essentially. But yeah. And now, Otto, the Elder, there's town elders that give us the Gaia Gate's keys in order to go back to the Gaia Gate for the menuing. And so, Otto gave us, or as Josh calls him, King, gave us the Gaia Gate key for the Day Stage Temple, the Day Stage door, and so we'll go to that. And do these Day Stages. As you can tell, there's a larger proportion of night stage to day stage ratio. So if you're not really vibing with the night stages, would not recommend this category. But if you are, this is my plug, if you are wanting to learn this game at all, I strongly recommend learning all day stages, even if you are really bad at this game. It is a maximum 30-minute speedrun. And you get to do stuff like this. Okay, got the turn. Awesome. Second turn? Let's go. Those two turns suck. Okay, didn't hit the dash panel. That stinks. And then hit that one. Get the drift here. And you see Sonic spin dashing. That just means he's at top speed, by the way. And when we do QSS, that actually preserves that state for a little bit longer. So as I'm doing QSS here, you see him going back in that spin dash for a little bit. And that actually means that he is still at top speed. Gonna jump over that, not hit those enemies instead. Doing any combat with the Hedgehog is pretty useless in this game. Gonna come over here. Oh no! And luckily we were able to get a quick step out as we hit the wall, which bypassed his slam animation. He does have a bonk animation. Well, he has two of them. One if you do quick steps, one if you don't. The one if you don't do quick steps is very long, it's like 5 seconds. So glad we didn't have that. And here. And jump over this wall. Cannot believe I got that. Let's go. That can also lead to a soft lock if you get trapped in the wall. You can get trapped in the wall, very funny. But we didn't, so. I'm gonna slide down here, do clock tower skip, or first clock tower skip. Just jump onto the rail, nothing too fancy. Do a boost buffer, so instead of Unleashed HD, and then do a screen wrap here to get further into the level. In Unleashed HD, they made boost its own separate button instead of jump. In this game, however, they gave boost its own button, and they made homing attack both boost and jump. So in this game, you can actually hold down jump when you're wanting to boost instead of homing attack, and that allows you to bypass the requisite, or bypass the input for homing attack. So you're allowed to boost pretty much whenever. It's really, really nice. It allows for some gratifying movement. That was a pretty good day stage. Had a little bit of flubs here and there, but nothing too bad. And we have the ring mission. This ring mission also really stinks. Complete different movement than the day stage. So we're going to see that here. Come through here, instead of doing a boost at the very beginning, I'm actually going to boost right here instead. And bonk, that is his bonk animation. That does take a fat second. And we get to see it twice because this game's funny. Yeah, right there, those two turns, those dash panels love to just put you at the wrong place, and you do nothing about it. Awesome. Love Unleash. And then we do not have enough. Also, we made 2 rings. And we're good. Okay. Losing a little bit of time there, just because of the ring mission. That ring mission's really finicky, as you guys saw. Really nothing I could have done. And now we get to go to Dragon Road. And this stage is really fun. This stage is the first stage I ever got a world record on, and I tell this story every single time I do a marathon run. I have never really been a competitive person before. I'm still not really a competitive person in general, but when I started grinding this game, I just chose this stage. There were so many cool things about it, watching Hanpin do this stage, that just absolutely enthralled me. And so I told myself I'm going to try to learn the stage, and I actually got really close to his world record and ended up beating it. And at this point, I wasn't streaming, there was nothing like that. I just was playing on my Wii, had my phone set up, and I would hit record and record these 2-hour-long sessions on my phone, would delete them immediately afterwards, just to record if I actually got it, and I popped off so hard, and I still do that now, as you guys saw earlier in Spagonia. But just over a gold, so you can imagine the first PB I ever got, or first world record I ever got, and that just kind of started all of this. So hopefully I can show off this stage here in all of its glory, because it's a really cool stage. When we do this game, kind of like Sonic Unleashed for the Wii, like Mario Kart Wii, Mario Kart for the Wii. What we do is a perfect start, so as it's counting down, you can kind of like rev your engine, if you will, and when you do that, you actually get 1 gauge of boost buffer. Sorry, that jump was a little complicated there. And that allows you to boost at the very beginning. This is the only stage where we don't use that boost immediately once we start. Instead, we use it in a very particular spot in order to line ourselves up for that jump that I just did there. That jump in particular is why I love this stage. It's super, super hard to learn. When Sonic boosts in this game, yeah, he's set on a predetermined path. You can't really impact his direction all too much, unless you really know how to use drift in this game. And I did not know at the time, so... Oh, that's too short. Oh no, I got it. Okay, cool. We're good. And stomp, boost here. And so that jump, learning the movement, getting that consistent was super gratifying. One of my favorite parts about learning this game. And go through there. Slide down here. 108, very nice time. Should be pretty good. I did not do that ramp. That ramp, we can actually jump over it, but a little risky to do in any percent. The time loss is not worth it, to say the least. Come through here. Collision? Question mark? Question mark? Okay. Awesome. Stop. Boost. Come through here. Boost again. Get some drift. And land on that. Get the spin dash, which means we're at top speed. Super nice. And then we get to do the leap of faith, where we bypass that ramp and little cutscene there. and instead we just get to stomp down and fall to victory. And that's Dragon Road. So now we get to move from there to the ring mission, and then a no break, and a no break for Chunon. Very easy, lucky for us, and so we get to kind of keep on gaming here. And we are gaming, guys. Like, this is a really good. I cannot overemphasize this much. This is a really good run. So yeah, this is great. So you're gonna try to get 200 rings as fast as possible. Luckily for us, we have ring routes kind of already determined and whatnot. That's been set in stone pretty much since, oh man, like Cryptic Jackknife when he ran this game. So, long time, very long time. So, but to give you a little bit of world record history in this game, if we have the time, the world record was held for about 4 years at 247, 248, something around there. And back in 2020, it was still the world record. Since then, me and Kinoplat have absolutely torn into this game, and through mostly his efforts. My efforts have been more on the science side than the pushing down time side, but through mostly his efforts, it's now been pushed down to 235. That's a 13-minute improvement in 2 years. That's crazy. And we're pretty much the only 2 people playing this game right now. So it is been really cool to see this game evolve. Have a lot of love for this community. This very tiny community that plays this game and watches this game. But it's been a really cool process to improve it and find new skips and developments. And with Labris, again, another shout out to Labris. Lab actually developed a tool for us that allowed us to see all stage geometry. And so we actually were able to kind of go into the bare bones of this game and figure out, are there more fight skips we can find? Is there some exploits that just are unknown to us because we just don't know about it? And we actually were able to find a couple of skips. So it's really cool how having oh, where am I going? Being able to get some community involvement. The Sacer community, of course, it's one of the reasons why I'm so excited running here today, because the Sacer community has actually done a lot for this game's community, as tiny as it is, has given us a lot of tools and inspiration. The whole entire idea of creating save states and finding new strats and new lines that came directly from the Sadix and SA2 community, and how they practice. Your guys' practice methodology absolutely inspired me and so many others, by which I mean like 3 of us total, to kind of apply that to our practice, and it's helped us become better and push down this time. So very grateful for the Sacer community getting involved with us and helping us push down this game. This feels like it's its own little, what's the word, like second cousin, if you will, of the Sacer community. So we get to do a boss fight. This boss fight blows. There's really no way to go about it. This sucks. It's the same thing over and over again, and for some reason I'm bad at it, so I lose like 5 seconds here sometimes, and I don't know how or why. And then sometimes I'm like, oh, that was ass, and I gain like 10, and I'm like, okay, whatever. It's the same thing. I've tried save stating it, tried figuring it out. I don't know what's going on here, so I've just let it be one of life's many, many mysteries. Same cycles, all those things. Eggman, I think, is in there. Maybe it's robots. I don't know. Gotta make sure I get all the rings. Ah! Okay. That was risky. And now I just boost. Eggman calls me a little bitch, essentially, a couple of times. Jason Griffith goes rawr, and that's that. And then right there on this 2D section, the reason why I was up there and I took a hit, most of the time you can boost there and you're invulnerable and unable to get hit, but I don't know the boost timing, kind of just no idea. Again, this fight's a mystery to me, so I kind of just try to bullshit my way through it, and if it works, woohoo, if not, whatever. It's like 2 or 3 seconds, it's nothing huge, so. The reason why I'm boosting right now is because I want to stay as close as possible to him, because once he's vulnerable, I want to make sure I'm hitting him on the spot. So, but this boss fight's about 3 minutes, so again, or 245, 247, depending on how good I play. So again, another moment for you to take a bathroom break or do whatever you need to do. And now I'm going to jump over these attacks here. I can't drift, can't stop. Sonic's completely restricted. You can only boost and quick step. So it's pretty lame. Now he goes into a second phase where I jump over this. I missed. I got hit. I'm really good. I can get some more rings here. You can use some level up shenanigans here to... What the fuck? That was weird. That just like all loaded in, all at once. That was crazy. All right, that's a new one. That's a new experience for me in the Sonic Unleashed experience. So, and there is another way you can stay close to him. That's by doing a lot of hops, but check this out. The hops make the camera jump, and it makes you motion sick, and so I'm not gonna do that. It doesn't save any time or anything either. It's just another way to do it without using boost. So, there you go. Okay. Yeah. And we'll get moving here in a second. We'll be going to Halaska Night after. And that's where, after that, the day stages get really hard, and the night stages outside of one set get pretty easy. So, it's pretty dope. We get to kind of go run home free here. But this is pretty much like the, despite it only being an hour or so into the run. Eggman died again, by the way. Hour 10 into the run, hour 11 into the run. It is a lot. It's still like, I would still call it the halfway point, and from a execution perspective, if you will. So now it's a lot more menuing, a lot more of those shenanigans. I would say the menuing actually in this game is about an hour long. So this run is hour and a half, really. If you take out menuing, but we do count menuing into the timing because it absolutely is a skill. I hate saying that because it doesn't look like it. It's not flashy or cute, but it definitely is a skill to get underneath your fingertips here. Also, this run kind of cracked. Still, we're still staying on a pace. Lost a little bit of time here in some of those day stages, but I mean, lost like 9 seconds. So if we miss it by 9 seconds, then I'll be upset. But yeah, get a little excited. I will say though, these night stages were pretty dang good last time, so we might be losing a little bit of time here comparatively. Well, at least in the last run. In my PB, it wasn't that good, so maybe we'll be all right. But if you guys are wanting a pace check, I do have the splits up in front of me. We're about 17 seconds ahead, so yeah, pretty good stuff. World record's at 2:35. I think it's like 35:50 something, or 35:30. I don't know, something around there. So, but right now, best possible time's 34. So who knows? Got some leeway. Not a lot though. So, but we'll go through and do these. These stages are pretty cool. Not really a lot of fight skips. Just being smart with your fighting. More is the challenge here, but we'll see what happens. Okay, gonna go up here. I'm gonna run on these jars, or get onto these jars. If I can get running on top of it. Get a little bit of collision there to run up that wall, and fall again because the jump button does not like to work in some situations with this camera, and with raised geometry in general, the jump doesn't like to come out. And there was one of those instances. It doesn't really screw you over, just kind of sinks into your time, but in one example later on, it may actually screw us over, so we'll see what happens. There is, I will not, I won't sugarcoat it, there is one place where we could save 4 minutes of time. 4 minutes of time, if I get it first try. So we could be really gaming here. I've never gotten it in a run, so we'll see what happens. Okay, we're a little bit behind, not too far behind PB though. Yeah, about 3 seconds behind PB, so not too bad. Thanks, Duddy! We come through here, jump up, and these snowballs are on a predetermined path, nothing crazy. Just make sure we avoid them, don't get hit. But they look bigger than they look smaller than they are. They're actually a little bit bigger, so you have to really go wide. Excuse me. then get thrown again. Good. Good end fight. A little bit of time lost there, that's alright. About 9 seconds.
Can I start over?
9 seconds from my last run. From PB, we just saved 6 seconds. So let's go. 23 seconds ahead now. We'll see how it keeps going. Kind of nice with being on a PB pace. It's gonna be cool. And there's a new strat here. I can't wait to show off. For literally like a week, I was like so determined to figure out this fight here. There's a fight here that's unskippable, and I really found like really consistent and solid AI manip. And then I found that there was a force capsule here, an unleashed force capsule, not a Gaia force capsule, and that allows us to use the unleashed meter in this fight, and it completely negated all my research. I was like, okay, well, there goes a wasted week. So I tried to do some fast movement there. That's all right. And then boop. And again, fans are the ones that we want to take out last because they die the slowest. Jump, please. Weird, champ. That was weird. And they're gonna jump here again. Come up. Do a boost jump, or yeah, boost jump here. There's also stretch jumps, which is when I cancel the stretch animation to grab a ledge and do another jump after that. You actually get a refreshed jump. Oh gosh. Okay, did not die. Woo! Usually I do, so that was nice. Okay. Also, major cat change at this stage. This stage is banging. Cool, 42. Usually like a 35 is like really good, but we'll take that. We'll take that. Yeah, saving about 9 seconds there. So yeah, we're doing good. And then we have night 3. This is the last stage that can soft lock us. I don't think it should soft lock us if I miss this fight skip. If I miss the fight skip, run's dead. But if I get the fight skip, we should be fine. But if I miss it and it soft locks me instead, that's like, I have no idea what causes the soft lock, by the way. It just kind of happens sometimes. So as long as that doesn't happen, we should be fine. Oh dear. A little slow, that's alright. Okay, gonna open up this door. Jump up here, and then we get to do the Aiden skip. Aiden actually ran this game for a little while. And he found this little skip here, just jump up, and you can actually run on the ceiling. And bypass so many of these puzzles. There's like 3 of them that you have to do in order to progress in this stage. But Aiden skip allows us not to do that. And actually is what convinced me to do any percent. I was like, okay, I don't have to do Alaska 3. Awesome. And then instead of doing all this platforming, we're just gonna run up this wall. Like so. And then grab this last key here. Oh my gosh, no! Okay, that was the riskier method of doing that, but that's okay. I didn't go for that initially because I was like, I'll go for the safe method. And then I failed the safe method, so... Risky backup. Fun. Cool. Not too much time lost here. And then now I have to jump from a very specific point on the ground here. A very specific texture. Let's see if I get it. I might be a little late. Got it. Cool. Don't need to worry about the soft lock. Let's go. We're gaming. A little slow there. Gonna be losing a little bit of time, but that's totally fine. Slow gaming is better than soft lock. So.
Can I start over?
And again, like 4 seconds of time save is possible here. So, not 4 seconds, 4 minutes. So we could be gaming here. We could be heroes. Okay, gonna do some more menuing. For some reason, the game was like, yeah, we're gonna make you talk to Professor Pickle for like no reason at all. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, why? And it's like, he needs to tell you that there's a boss in Halaska. I'm like, well, I was just in Halaska though. And it's like, yeah, that sucks. And so now I get to do more menuing and waste like 2 minutes of my life every time I make it here. So, can't believe we made it here so far. Still kind of crazy. Especially with like doing commentary. That's nuts. That's a new one. And then I'm gonna talk to this guy here who may or may not be crazy. I don't know. I haven't really read up on lore, but something about he thinks that we're like a seal or something is the joke, but I can't say I really paid attention to it. Anyway, best possible time is 34:16, kind of crazy. And the worst possible time is 2:53. So let's go. We're doing great. Hey guys, great news. We're 10 minutes ahead of worst, so we're doing great. Alright, have Dark Moray. This boss fight's actually really fun to do. This actually is impacted by strength level up. One of the majority of them are. Phoenix is actually the exception, not the rule. And so we're gonna come over here, break these power panels. In the HD version, there's these shitty dragons you have to kill, and it sucks, and I hate it. Instead, for this one, you have to just damage these power cells instead. So just get to do a aerial power attack. It's the fastest way to get out that much damage in the least amount of time. And then he's gonna do this, spawn in some ice capsules. We're just gonna grab it, throw it at him, do a 5-hit combo, and he's gonna knock us back, and we're gonna start it all over again. Yeah, here, and then because there's different phases, these actually get stronger each phase. So the combo I'll be doing, I do changes. So this one I still do the same aerial combo and 2 punches. After that, I will do the aerial combo, 2 punches, and the werewolf. Shields down. If I jumped too early there, you might have noticed I hesitated. The reason why I did that is because if I jumped too early, I actually get frozen by the force field. It's super lame. Good. And we have one more phase. It's pretty good pace for Dark Moray so far. I'm gonna do the jump here. 1, 2, wallop. And there's a bunch of enemies that we can deal with, and he's shooting stuff at us. Most of the time, it doesn't come into play too often. Every now and then, I'll get hit, or an enemy will be blocking my way, or make me jump on his head, so I hit the fucking force field like that. But most of the time, that doesn't happen. So. And then go one more there. Got the slam attack instead of the freeze one, which is really good. That's what we want. Throw it there, and finish this fight. Nice, 157, not too bad. Also, hi, Allie. Maybe not a goal, but definitely saving some time here. Again, this is really good game in here. 0.5 seconds, let's go. Doing great. And now we have Shamar Day. This is where we have a lot of time save. This stage is the most broken day stage. It's got some shit. And right now, if I'm ever playing this game, right now my life's a little busy, so I'm not really able to that often. But maybe I should. Jesus, I mean, kind of can't be gaming. You know? So, anyway, but right now, if I do play this game, I play Arid Sands. There's a lot of skips in it. It's a lot of fun. It kind of breaks the level a little bit. And right now, the Taz is a 138. I think it's 138.33. My PB is a 138.38. So I am a little shy of beating a Taz, and I really want to do that. So. I think that'd be pretty cash money if I say so myself. But gonna have the worst render of Tails again talk to us, and then we're going to go up here, talk to the student who for some reason has the Gaia Gate key, don't know why. Oh, actually, first she's going to direct us to Professor Pickle's lab. And then we're going to go talk to the lab assistant, who's going to say, oh yeah, dude, I know where the lab's at. Then he's going to take us to the lab. Also, assistant do be pogging, and I clicked left instead of up. Very funny. Very funny moment. I love menuing, because I just lost like 5, 6, 7 seconds there. No reason. Just menuing. Funny. Very funny. Gotta love gaming. We're here for the lore. So. I will say the Arid Sands menuing is the least sensical out of all of them. And it's also the one I always forget, so. I do know for going to the Gaia Temple, I just have to click out. I'm good, so. Woo! Speck is the human Taz. No, just new strategies have been found. It's not, I'm not good. The QSS is Taz only. I can't fucking do that. But, I found a lot of new strats, and I want to beat the Taz before someone updates it. I'm so scared that Charo's gonna watch it and be like, oh, I want to make a new one. But he hasn't done it yet. So, until he does, I can firmly say I can beat the Taz, but I mean, I don't think that Charo's gonna do that anytime soon. I don't think he still has those files, because they're from like 6 years ago or 4 years ago, so. Alright, gonna go through here. And then, don't min-max it, Nice, get some drift bonus. When you drift, you actually get a little bit of boost added to your gauge. Not enough to fill it up, but after 2 drift bonuses, you get it enough to fill it up. I'm gonna jump through here, jump through this gap. That gap jump used to be the bane of my existence, but after some practice, I started to get it pretty consistent. 23 check, not too bad. Okay, thank you, Lightspeed Dash. Just like every Sonic game that has this stupid mechanic, when you don't want to Lightspeed Dash, you Lightspeed Dash. I don't think there's an instance outside of a tutorial where you really want to Lightspeed Dash in this game. Maybe some of the ring missions, but that's pretty much it. I am going to try to go for the skip here, but we'll see what happens. Good, got that boost. Good. Good. Got wall skip. Didn't hit the dash panel though, so a little bit of time loss, but it's fine. That's going to allow us to line us up for the second wall skip. There's 2. And here we go. Going to stomp right here. And bypass half the stage. Or not half the stage, but half of the last split. You can actually jump up into that QTE section up there, but and that is faster, but I didn't have any boost, so I didn't go for that. But pretty good. Pretty good gaming. $145, not too bad. Would have been a gold had I not freaking messed up the menuing, but that's fine. I'm just gonna go cry, so it's alright. Oh, interesting. Compared to last run, which, again, last run, kind of cracked, we are only 3 seconds behind. So, we're doing pretty good. We're doing something right. And then this is our, I think, last tutorial. Yes, we are an hour and a half into a speed run and still getting tutorials, because fun game. But it needed to show us the Lightspeed Dash upgrade, which, as we saw earlier, I used it when I didn't want to, so very cool game. And then we have another ring mission. We have 2 ring missions and 1 no break. The no break mission will kind of make or break, no pun intended, this run, as it always does. And that's mostly where our time loss is located at. Because I failed it many times. Okay, can we do here? For some reason, there is no rail speed glitch, RSG, happening whenever you do that wall jump there. So instead, you just have to do it as normal. Totally fine. As this is a ring mission, getting some extra rings doesn't hurt. It doesn't help either because you have like a huge ring coin at the end of that little section. I need to shut up now because I have to do this no break mission. Because that skip we did earlier also applies here. I have to get some drift. Oh, am I far enough to the right? Yes, I go. Okay, cool. So there is no... every wall in this game is double-sided collision. For better or for worse. So when you go out of bounds, you got to find a way to get back in bounds. So you have to either find a hole in the ceiling, which for some reason there's just one tiny hole in Arid Sands there that allows me to go out of bounds, or oh, that was a gold. Nice. Dope. Allows you to get back in bounds. You have to find a little tiny hole there in order to get back in, or you're just kind of screwed. So there are some instances where I do go out of bounds in this game, not in this run, but in this game I can go out of bounds and I can't get back in. And so a lot of skips are not able to be done, unfortunately. That happens in the Alaska. Whoops, that was a mistake. Not the worst mistake in the world, probably like a second loss there. Kind of forgot what I was doing. The second ring mission, and now we're out of Arid Sands. So doing pretty good. We are a minute ahead of personal best, so not too bad. Nice gold, yeah, it was like 0.6 seconds, so we're doing great. And now we get to do some shit out of order! So we get to do the last boss outside of Eggman Land now. This doesn't impact flag progression. There is a way, I think, this is my theory crafting hat. I think we can get that to actually be activated. I'm not going to talk about it right now because I could be wrong. I hate being embarrassed. So, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. I've probably already said something embarrassing in this run. So, whatever. Basically, what my idea is, here's my idea. We're going to go out of bounds, and we're going to activate the trigger that starts this level. I'm not going to try this now, obviously. I haven't actually had any time to try it. But there are some weird warping death warps in this game. I'm wondering if, when I die, as I am going through a door, if that can warp me to somewhere. I don't know if it will. I haven't tried it yet, but that's my theory. But when Sonic is in a state of going through a trigger, so either a loading trigger or a goal, like a goal ring trigger, he's stuck in that state. But in some instances, you can still get him to be actionable, and I haven't messed around enough to try it. So, again, just a theory, but I'm wondering if you could do some shenanigans. Because there's no way, right? There's no way this game is, like, the least broken Sonic game I've played. So, going out of bounds here, going into the boss door, not usually supposed to do this first. But, is it faster? I don't know. I don't know. But, do I like doing it? Yes, because instead of doing this boss at 2 hours in, I get to do it at an hour and a half in. And the difference is a lot less stressful. So, gonna do it now instead of later. Because obviously the whole entire point of the speedrun is my emotional state. Oh gosh. And my emotional state right now is very stressed out because I do not have any rings. Okay, we're good. And I have no boost. Okay. Oh no! Where are the rings? Where are the rings? Where are the rings? They're all the way down there. What the heck? Okay, cool. No, I missed him! Oh, crap! Okay, there goes like 20 seconds. I have to do another phase of this fight now. That sucks. That's all good. So, there are two ways to do this fight. Most people do a death strat at the very beginning there. And what that death strat does is make it so missing any of the hits, you actually get to attack him twice in the first phase. Instead of once. And what that does is mitigate the risk of doing another phase. But I don't like doing it because it costs like a little bit of RTA time. It saves you a lot more in-game time, but it just isn't worth it to me. So, but yeah, we'll do one more phase here. Lose a little bit of time, but it's alright. Yeah, one more hit. Unfortunately, these boss fights are also RNG. so sometimes you can get royally screwed over. Where are the freaking rings at, man? Oh my god! This sucks! This really freaking sucks. Okay. This is bad. This is a bad, what's it called? Egg beetle. Sag. Alright, we're good. There goes like 40 seconds of my life. That's okay. All good, we're still ahead though. All good, we're still ahead, and there's a skip I haven't even tried in this run yet, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, 37 seconds. Unfortunate! Okay, now, instead of doing the night stage, we're going to do the same exact skip there, but instead of doing it with the boss, we're going to do it with the day stages. Again, not really supposed to be doing it right now. I want to get her against average, too, that way I'm not thinking about it. I'm starting to stress out a little bit. But, what was I saying? Yeah, yeah, gonna do the day stage now instead of, again, later. This day stage isn't long, doesn't have the worst time loss in the world, but it does have a hard skip. I'm gonna go for, because we did lose a little bit of time there, it would cost me like, I don't think I'm gonna go for it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'll go for it in the, there's a time mission as well, I'll go for it in the time mission. Just because of lives and whatnot. But, again, only a fixed amount of lives, so I will only have two going forward. Very cool. And 0 does count as 1 life as well, so we have 3 chances, but... Okay, cool. Take a little bit of time there. Okay, right there, that's usually where that screws me over. If I did the water skip, which saves a little bit of time, that actually, that section I don't actually have to do homing attacks, instead I can jump through it. But all good. 46, so about 5 seconds behind IL, so not too bad. I'm gonna do some QSS here to do this little boss fight. Hopefully I get good RNG. Yeah, did. Great RNG would be me getting hit in that first phase and resetting my ring count, which gives me just easier boost management, but it's totally fine. Can't really avoid this item. There is a way to avoid it, but doing that in a run, it only saves like net 5 seconds, and if you miss it, you're screwed. So I'm just not gonna mess with that right now. And then boop. 31, nice. Cool. Okay, now we have another ring mission. This ring mission is a little bit better than this Begonia one, but this is probably the second hardest ring mission in the game. Just because a lot of things can go wrong with collision and with ring gathering, so just want to make sure you're being conscientious of that. Like that. Sir? Yeah, this is a bad ring mission. Oh my gosh. So now we have to do this section. Usually we never see this section. This is usually the part of the game that we don't see. But gotta do it just real quick. Lose a little bit of time. It's totally fine. We are out of PB range, I think. Unless if we get JJ4 first try. JJ4 and JJ2, which I will explain when we get there. Hardest stages in the late game, in my opinion. And then we have to play pretty darn solid. So, but we'll see what happens. It's still very possible. Still very possible to PB here. We still have 2 minutes of time save. World record, maybe off the table. PB, definitely. Definitely still on the table. And I'm gonna go for water skip here, so drift up, I'm down here, and I died. Awesome. Usually, if I boost at the right point, I can just drift along that water instead, but I did not do it on the right polygon, and I didn't hit the checkpoint either, because I'm good. So instead, I'll come over here, hit that, time checkpoint thing that gives us a little bit more time to work with, so we don't fail the time mission at all. That'd be very embarrassing to fail a time mission in a speed run, but I've seen it happen. So come through here. Good. And then come through here. Use RSG to skip this island, or land on it and kind of boost through it, so. Whack. But the good news is the time loss we've had mostly on day stages and a boss, so really good run so far for a marathon. Not that ashamed of anything. But that might change as we get to Out of at Night. So. Because, to put it in comparison, maybe it's the aesthetics, but in difficulty, for all you Statics runners, Out of at Night is pretty much the Lost World equivalent in Sonic Unleashed for the Wii. So, kind of crazy stuff. Alright, now we get to do the night stages. This can go either really, really good or really, really, really bad. So we'll see what happens, though. Okay, come through here. And this is another one of those instances where we are offered a branching path. So we can either do, the Shamar Night, Arid Sands Night first. Or we can do Jungle Joyride Night first. The reason why we do Jungle Joyride Night first is because we skip most of the fights for the one thing, and also we want to make sure that we're more leveled up for Arid Sands because there's weaker enemies in Arid Sands, and it allows us to dispatch them much quicker. So as long as we get our fight skips, we should be fine in terms of time save. So. And also we've had really good force management. And even without good force management, it still saves time. Okay. Awesome. I love boxes in this game. And I'm gonna die here. Jason Griffith Scream. And that fight is actually never gonna trigger. Come up here. This is an IL strat, but I like going for it just because I hate that fight, so it's really stupid. And then you can run and jump there, you can do a sprint jump, but a little finicky, so I'm not going to do it, play it a little safe here. Instead, just take it nice and easy, and then we just kind of run to the end. Again, another fight skip here. There's a fight up there that we're supposed to do, but using our stretch jumps, we can kind of just jump around it. And then we avoid these fans, have the really good Jungle Joyride music, and that's Jungle Joyride Night 1. Pretty easy stuff, right? Well, now we get to Jungle Joyride Night 2, and this stage is not nice. So this stage is very, very difficult. So what we're gonna go for first is Fast Cycle. This is a way of doing this doing these cycles. It's really, really tight, and these two islands that kind of we see before us have the worst geometry I've ever seen in my life. So, we'll see what happens. Go! And we're going to restart, because restarting is faster than doing this normally. So, taking the 15-second time loss, totally fine. So, instead we're going to try to do it the other way. And that is using the Death Manip. So, jumping here, dying. This is actually going to reset the cycles. And so instead of having to jump on it and narrowly missing it, as I did earlier, instead we just get to do a normal jump. I'm going to hit this checkpoint here. There's a hit checkpoint right here that puts us back there. We die. Hopefully we don't, but you never know. Do a sprint jump, sprint diagonal jump. Ooh, holy crap. Thank you so much, game, for giving me a heart attack. And then restart again, because the game is awesome. So cool. I don't know what just happened. Don't know why he went backwards, but he went backwards. And we'll try it again. So you guys remember the beginning. So. Good. Dude, what the... Okay, I guess we're just doing this normal now. Awesome. That's annoying. So basically, don't know why, but we need to move on, so I'm just going to keep on going as normal. This is the intended way. So this is what we're usually trying to avoid, is this stupid slash cycle. So jump here, and usually you should be able to jump directly to the next platform, but is the run dead? Yes, it is completely dead. So that's really sad, but all good. There's an item there. We'll take this guy. Sad. So, burying gets worse now. Make myself feel better. So we'll see what happens. And we'll have this fight here. This fight should go relatively fine. But yeah, that stage, both with the from a movement perspective, but also from a geometry, please don't screw with me, perspective, it is definitely the hardest stage in the game. So, or yeah, from a movement standpoint. That was a good fight, though. I gotta clip that one. That was a good fight. So. Alright. How are we doing? Yeah, I lost about a minute and a half there, so that's sad, but all good. Now we have JJ3. This stage is one of my favorite stages in the game. The fight skips that it has, well, one of them is really hard, but we don't do it, because it's really weird and only saves like 3 seconds. You love it when the time save is super inconsequential, right? But that's kind of how we do that one. Cool. Camp. What? Awesome. I'm gonna grab this guy if he's here. Run on over. And then rock up this tree. Hang back. Oh, I hit the fight trigger. Usually I jump around that fight trigger there. Usually it's super easy, but whatever. And for some reason, it grabbed onto the wrong... Stop! Please! Awesome. Well, lesson number 1, guys. If you're gonna do a marathon, never ever praise a stage. Never say, this stage rocks. It will stop rocking. That's the lesson we've learned today. Because this and Spagonia 2 both were like, hey, let's not be nice to you. So there you go. That is my wisdom I've departed. I've imparted on you. Departed. Alright, jump here. Good news is we're still on pace, though. I mean, we're definitely on pace for estimate, but usually when I'm doing like a no reset, my goal is like a sub 40, so sub 240. So nowadays, but you know, sometimes I'm a bit more pessimistic when doing my estimates. So cool. Come through here and throw. Throw. And now we have the second hardest stage in the game. For some reason, they're like, yeah, let's put them back to back. We're in the same stage set. Very nice. And so we have to do JJ4. And JJ4 is a really hard stage. So I'm going to do... There's 2 different versions of this skip. I'm going to try to do the first one. Well, there's actually 3 different versions, but I'm not gonna... What the fuck? Okay, I'm just gonna restart the stage, I guess. That was happening earlier, but I didn't think it was gonna happen now. That is not a skip. That's just movement. Yeah, let's try this again. So, go over here. Jump, take it a little bit tighter than what I usually do, but that works. Come up here. We're now out of bounds. Okay, well, let's try this. We'll try version number 1. Jump onto this. Got it. Nice. Am I gonna make it though? Oh no! Oh, that sucks. That jump, yeah, I wasn't diagonal enough, but if you jump diagonally, if you can jump up there, spikes aren't hitting you. I'm gonna do this the other way. So you come over here. There is no free cam in this game. There's all pre-scripted cams. So I'm manipulating the camera, still be behind me, and died. We'll do this a couple more times, and if we can't get it, we can't get it. We'll just do the regular method here. But basically, you do a jump, a diagonal jump, specific or really precisely across that gap. You land on the outside of the boundaries of this next island, and you can actually skip the fight. You can still do that with the elevator, but it's lame and it costs like 30 seconds. So I'm gonna try this one more time here. Oh, that's okay. We'll do it the nice way. We'll do it the regular way. Unless if I die. Now we have to restart again. We need 1 life in this stage, because this stage is incredibly toxic and has another fight skip in it. It has 3 fight skips in it. So not only do you have to do almost like super precise platforming, but you also have to do you also have to do 3 fight skips. So it's just a wonderful stage. So this is what we were skipping here, is this little section. So we have to pull the pulley. I think this is. I think it's the skip itself is pretty reliable. It's just a get good type idea, and I'm not good yet, so we'll see what happens. But definitely check out that IL. The IL is really cool because where I'm doing it at is with pretty good geometry. There's actually a bit of a thicker sliver of land to run on and jump from. The place that we do it in the IL, it's like literally pixel perfect. Okay, got the fight skip, all good. Broken Hyperlink is raiding with the party of 2 things for raid. And I'll jump here, and then sometimes because it's an incline, the geometry does not like to work, and sometimes my jump doesn't come out. So very funny. My last run I was doing, I got to this stage, I was on a pretty good pace, and the geometry didn't come out, and I fell to my death. And I had to reset, so very funny. Okay, coming up here. And doing our last fight skip, and we got it. Nice. Oh gosh. Cool. So usually when we do this stage and we get all the skips, it's usually like a 109, 108, but we got 132 instead. So, all good. And now that we finished all of Jungle Joyride, we go do Shamar Night, and then we come back to Jungle Joyride, we'll do some menuing, and then we will head back to Arid Sands, and then we'll do some more menuing, and we'll go to Eggman Land. So, almost done. We're coming in on the end game now. It's right. Oh, okay. Cool. Compare against the latest. The latest run was a 241.20. So, and right now we're on pace for a 240. So we might be able to still get it out there. We'll see what happens. Alright, one more Gaia Gate here. This should be the last instance we are in a Gaia Gate. Outside of the boss fight, so we'll do this, and then we'll have the boss, and then we should be done. With the mainland stuff, and then we go to Eggman Land. And Eggman Land is very different from the HD counterpart. But we'll see that once we get there. Okay. Okay, gonna run. Get some good AI up here. I'm gonna come up and make sure I don't get hit by that guy. Oh gosh. Use the Werewall up here with these. I don't know what they're actually called. I know the little guys are called like nightmares or something, but the big guys I just call them the thick ones. There's one more left, isn't there? Where are you? Oh, he got stuck. Funny. Hilarious. We love AI Minute. There's the instance of AI Minute not working. Not working in the sense that it didn't function, in that I failed. So, one of those important moments. Okay, good. And then we're going to use the Unleashed here with these Hornets to really take them out as quick as possible. We don't want to deal with them. Good. Hopefully I have it enough. Good. Okay, cool. Cool. Not the greatest Arid Sands one, but that's okay. This stage is a complete fighting, making sure that we are doing good fighting. Yo, what's up, Scoopmaster? I'm gonna come through here. What the hell? None of that was intended. Oh my gosh. This is the Speck skill check. Alright, we're good. And then hopefully I get funny camera, please! So, when it zooms up here, you can actually have Sonic and have his face literally right in the camera. But I always miss it, so it's really funny though. Okay, gonna do some more jump attacks. Take them all out in one fell swoop. Again, you kind of can see there just how OP this move is. I'm literally taking out all the enemies pretty much all at once, and it's nuts. So, and had I had a good, that was actually like a perfect fight. Had I had a good early stage, that would have been insane, but fortunately we got a little screwed over there. That's okay. Okay, gonna end this stage here.
Can I start over?
Not getting any time, and this is actually, this stage here is the result of Lab's tool that allowed us to see stage geometry. There is a pole that we saw that was outside of balance that actually has standing collision on it. And we were like, oh, what if we jump to this pole? So we were doing that, and then and we were jumping from a pole to a rooftop, and I thought to myself, what if we just jumped onto the rooftop? And then, sure enough, the fight trigger is literally right before that rooftop. And so we were able to make it a bit more streamlined, and it's called the Rooftop Run. So I can't wait to show it to you. It's a joke because there is a stage called Rooftop Run, Spagonia, but and we are very funny people. So Lab A, what's up, dude? I've given you like 3 shoutouts so far, so hopefully, I was hoping you'd be here for one of them. Okay, I'm gonna come in through here, get this fight done. Unfortunately, the wizard was a bastard, a sentence that I say very often. in day-to-day life. And gonna get more force capsules. Now from here on, it's pretty much just movement and a fight skip. And instead of taking this bat across, I'm just gonna jump. And then instead of, oh gosh, do this platforming, I do this. Grab on. And then this whole entire fight here, you see those boundaries that came up? It doesn't put boundaries on the way forward, so it just kind of lets you go. But I didn't know that, so literally the entire time I did that, hold on one second. And there's the fight skip. There's the rooftop run. Thank you, Labras. Shout out to Labras. But I would do that fight every single time because I was like, oh, you have to. Nope, you don't. So now we have Night 3. Night 3 is the scariest stage in this set, I would say. Stage 4 is scary, but for a different reason. I'll get to that in a second. You'll see it. You'll see it. It's got a jump scare. It's got Freddy Fazbear in it. But no, this stage is scary from a platforming perspective. A lot of wonky, like that, wonky physics and collision that does not like to work with me. So, we'll see what happens here. Good? Question mark? Okay, cool. And then these assholes love to not work with me. Are they dead? How did you avoid that? Cool. 46. Pretty Monkas. S. But that's alright. Monka's S. Nice. It's Monk ass. Okay, first jump good. No! Okay, we have to restart the stage. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'll game over. Oh no. Very sad. Well, we're getting a new worst today. In the splits. Let's go. So you guys saw the beginning, right? You guys remember this part. Well, we're gonna do it again. Because you guys just were so excited about it. So I just had to show it again for the fans. But yes, that is why this stage stinks. Not stinks, it's actually really fun when it works, but very stressful. So now that I have unleashed and didn't die, I can just do this. Cool. Very nice. Nice. That's what we're talking about. Oh no! Oh. Okay. Well, I thought I saved myself. I did not. Okay, then shut up and try hard. Okay, cool. Good. Ah! Good. And then whenever I do the whirl, that actually activates a combo modifier. This is why I reset, by the way, because of this part. Make it. Make it! Oh my gosh! Usually, that does not work. So, if I mess up that initial fight. So, glad that it worked out. But that combo modifier I do gives me more Gaia Force and allows me to level up a little bit faster. But there's some instances where I will use, we call it the green, where I use the green in order to get those better combos. Also, shield RNG, incredible. Now we have a Titan fight, and then we are done with the stage. There's two of them. But yeah, you can see here, now that I'm all beefed up from Jungle Joyride, these guys literally don't stand a chance. So, what's up, Miyamoto?
Wow, I rule.
Losing a bit more time there, unfortunately, but that's all good. We are definitely out of PB range, so everyone knows. Okay, and then we're gonna go over here, and this is where Shamar Knight 4. There's not really a way to die, per se. There is a way to get soft locked actually on this stage, but I don't go for that strat. So it's very negligible time save. I'm talking like a second or two. I think it's dumb. So right here. Hey, we got it first try, and we didn't get hit again. Oh my god. Okay. And that is a fire skip, and those skips are really, really inconsistent. So we got it first try. It's very nice. So hopefully, if all things go well, we get a gold here. But how many times have I said that so far? Wow, that was really good. Oh my gosh. Wowzers. Wow, Penguin. That was the most wow Penguin beginning of that stage I've ever had. So some lowlights for sure, but definitely some highlights. So as is speedrunning. Okay. Now if I don't keep these guys dizzy, they will in fact cause me a much more pain. But wow, this is a really, really good Arid Sands 4. Holy cow. Nice! Holy crap! Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, this is insane. Okay, so to put it in perspective, my average here is like a 1 or 240. We just got a 218. Oh my goodness! That was hot. That was hot. Yeah, that was nice. I like that one. Ah, that's hot. So really, guys, what's crazy is up to Egglancer, we were up, we were pretty much keeping with PB pace. So that's an hour and a half keeping with PB. So that's pretty damn good. I'm not too upset about that. Unfortunately, Arid Sands 3, I did have to reset once, but, or was that a pun on the fact that it's Arid Sands? I don't know. Either way. Was not my greatest moment, but that's all good. And then we have to go to Eggman Land, and Eggman Land is actually my favorite stage in the game. I get to, yeah, do more gaming. But this is our last instance in any of the Gaia Temples, so say goodbye, Gaia Temple. And then we get to go do some menuing, and then we get to go to Eggman Land. And Eggman Land Day is super creative because you get to play it twice. The time mission. It is the hardest stage in the game. Watching casuals play it is the most fun experience in the world. It's really, really funny because they introduce a bunch of new mechanics that they don't give you tutorials on in that stage. It's really awesome. Okay, this fight is another instance of RNG. We're hoping that he gives us, nope, not that, no Spinaroonie attacks. And does not teleport on the second hit, but he did because he's a jerk. So now he's going to charge up and heal himself. What we want him to do is a punch attack or like a stab attack essentially, and with that, it allows us to hit him a bit longer. But this is also fine. That's the one we're talking about. That's really good. Outside of the bad RNG from the beginning, 41. Oh man, we're gaming. That's a gaming moment. 38 is like kind of the bar to hit there. So if we had good RNG in that first phase, we would have been gaming really hard. Okay, and then we're gonna go do some more menuing. But yeah, Eggman is that dense, and then we get to have the final boss fight. Which, if you've never played this game before, I'm not gonna spoil for you. It is one of the most cool atmospheric moments in this game, and so I hope that you enjoy that. Hope you guys have enjoyed the run so far. Really grateful to be showing it. Been cool. So. And then we're gonna go up, talk to the son. He's gonna say something about his dad being depressed. Not kidding. Oh, and it went to the wrong place. Very cool. Actually, I think I clicked the wrong button. That's my fault. And then we're gonna go down and talk to the girl. And then go up and talk to the dad again. And now we have to do all the menuing, basically. That's as we completed the game. Yeah, the way that the game progresses story-wise with the menuing. And so the completing gameplay checks the flags to advance the menuing. But, or no, sorry. It allows you to, it's kind of all connected. As long as you do the right, do all the stages, doesn't matter which order, and you do the menuing, the story will progress. So if there's any way to bypass the menuing, then we can do stuff out of order and it's actually going to have a big impact. But who knows? Who knows? Now we're going to talk to the professor one last time. This is our last time saying hi to Professor Pickle. So everyone say goodbye to the sexiest character in the Sonic anthology. Look at that man. Look at him. He's so happy. And now he's not, but that's fine. Alright, let's do it. This stage is my favorite stage. This stage is also the second most broken stage, so hopefully I can show off some of the stuff that I found that we used to think was Taz only, and then I started doing it. So we'll see what happens here. Okay, got the first part down. Okay, that happens sometimes. Good drift, though. Good recovery. Gosh. Can't lie. Good. I was holding a direction. My bad. Oh. No, I'm not gonna go for this, there's a bobsled skip you can do here. You can skip this bobsled section and just actually run through it. But it costs a lot more time than it saves, so I'm not gonna go for it right now, but know that it exists. It saves about 5 seconds, so not the biggest time save in the world. But it looks cool. And that's the most important part. What's the point of running if you're not gonna do it for swag? Good, thanks so much, Enderman. Alright. They're here to do some more QSS for our last Chaser fight. He only shows up here and in Windmill Isle. Make it poetic. Have him start in the beginning, have him start in the end. Nothing advances or changes about him. He's the exact same. And it's annoying. Because this stage would literally be perfect without it. Like, it would be like 2 minutes of intense platforming, but instead, hopefully I do this boost buffer here through this QTE, or not QTE, through that action chain. Usually want to be able to hit the robots, but I missed them, unfortunately, so I missed. Oh boy. Okay, I do not have enough boost here, so we'll try this. Oh, a little wide. This is Egg Warp. This is one of those instances of using Death Minute to get across something faster. That actually makes it faster IGT rather than RTA. And so I use that for all day stages. But there is a way to do that without dying. That is faster, both RTA and IGT. Oh dear God. Okay, and now I'm about to run out of lives. Uh-oh. Because of Lightspeed Dash. That actually happened in my last run too. Really funny. Okay, hopefully we don't fall off here. This is usually where most people die. Wouldn't it be funny if me, who is roasting casual players, game's over here? I mean, it would be a little poetic, right? Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Whew! I was honestly a little stressed there. Which skip is evil? The Egg Warp one? No, it's not. It's so easy. Just do the right timing and hold forward, Kappa. Alright, boom. And now we have the ring mission. This is evil. The ring mission stinks. I do not like the ring mission, but it's all good in the hood. Oh my gosh, Lightspeed Dash, please! Been merciless this run. What? Mother! What the fuck? This mechanic sucks! Oh my god. Fuck Light Dash. Yeah. Yeah, you heard it here first, folks. Fuck Light Dash. Yeah, you've heard it here first. Yeah, totally. SA2 runners be like, fuck Light Dash, for real, for real. Heroes runners be like, fuck Light Dash, for real, for real. Is there any game, anyone know of a game where Light Dash is like, loved? Where people are like, oh yeah, that's like a good mechanic. Oh, that's a new one. Never tried that before. Gens? Not even gens. Colors? The casuals even the score. Oh, it's good. Lightspeed ass. Quirked up Lightspeed Dash. Sadix? I mean, Sadix it's fine, but it's not really intrusive though. You don't really use it. Alright, and this is the time mission. In this, you basically just play the level again, but with no lives. So I get to play as stupid as I want to, and so I'm gonna play a little stupid. Luckily for Eggman Land, outside of one, I would say, outside of one instance, most of the checkpoints, or I guess two instances, we're gonna see the second one, probably here in a second, the checkpoints are pretty generous. No! Don't die! He died. That sucks. Okay, now we get to do the whole entire section, how you're supposed to do it. I want to see if there's a... Whoa! Okay. What's the camera? What's the camera? That was interesting. I don't think I've seen that before. A lot of cool stuff happening this run. I think most people don't like Lightspeed Dash in SA2. I could be wrong. From what I've heard, though, it is not the most good mechanic. Okay, and then we're just going to do it as normal. Unfortunately, lost a little bit of time there, but that's okay. Still within our threshold of our estimate, so we're doing pretty good. What'd I say about SA2B? Or what'd I say? Ooh, out of it. Talking for 2 hours. I'd man. You don't talk this much. Well, I do, but not about the game. I do be saying things, though, not gonna lie. Alright, missed it again. Not too bad. I'm gonna slip and slide. And we'll see if we can get Egg Warp here. Egg Warp, trial number 2. That was too short. So now we get to just fall to our deaths. Very funny moment. Yeah, but usually you land right here. It's the only instance of a 3D and 2D. Whoa. That's not how that's supposed to go. But alright. Cool. I don't know what's going on right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. This has been the weirdest time mission I've ever done in my life. But we still have enough time. Yes, Lightspeed Dash didn't activate. Let's go, guys. Now we can game. We can be gamers now. Okay. But this IL is really interesting. This IL, for the longest time, sat with 3 on it, and then I took that as a personal challenge, because for a second there I had protagonist syndrome, and so I got a 259 in this stage. And now I'm the antagonist. I'm so bad. Awesome. There we go.
Piece of cake.
Piece of cake, he says. Yeah, alright. Totally, dude. Absolutely. I do have good news, guys. Against worse segments, we're still 10 minutes ahead. Let's go. Someone help! He's on his villain arc. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Death Note, so, you know. I actually bought the manga recently. It's been pretty good. Anyway, back to the run. I'm doing a marathon, sorry. But... I totally forgot. But yeah, so going to be finishing up here with the last Eggman Land stages. There are 5 acts, and basically what we're going to be doing is getting bad shield RNG again. So cool. And I'm going to be doing some new strategies here that were just recently developed. Is he alive? Okay, yeah, he is. Now he's mega dead. But hopefully I can show this off to you. They're not too hard. One of them is my favorite. It's called Speck Skip. I named it after myself because I'm a narcissist. And, but we'll be seeing that in Eggman Land 5 here. But with this one... Oh, I don't know if that was the right time to do that. Uh-oh. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Okay, and just like regular fighting, we just use our jump attacks and try our best. So, looks like it's going alright. But the worst part is that we have to wait for these guys to spawn in, and when they spawn in, it's pretty freaking slow, as you can see. So I had to wait a second, but it's all good. Speck Skip, yes, there is a skip named Speck Skip. I found Found it one night when I was trying to do a cutscene skip, and then I ended up out of bounds and actually found a way to be back in bounds. Oh, I didn't know that did that. That's crazy. Huh. This is new. Maybe this is the strat. I'm making new strats as we go, guys. This is crazy. Eggman Land, I won't lie, it's mostly fighting. There are some skips here and there that we're going to be going for, but nothing like crazy. These stages are actually my favorite. Not because they're easy, it's just mostly movement. And the movement, it's not like Jungle Joyride's movement where it's like breakneck, you better not mess up. It's pretty gracious. Holy cow, it is really quick! Oh, whoops, need that. Give me that, please. Wow, this is really good. British tea? Yes. But yeah, so, really fun stages. Hopefully I can show off everything here. Good. Want to make sure we kill the mother first, because it takes a long time for it to disintegrate. And then we're going to go to this one first, and go behind it. Crap, that's what we wanted to avoid. That's alright, though. Good. Yeah. Not the greatest in the world. This should be like a 330. I played that last fight pretty bad, but that's all good. Completely improvised, unleash any percent. See, Enderman gets it, guys. Come on. And at night 2, this one's pretty fun. A lot of fight skips in this one. Require a lot of precise movement for them, and then we also have a fire skip. So we'll see what happens here. So run up here to the very beginning, and we're gonna stop, double take 3 times. 1, 2, 3. The third one was just for the fans. And then come over here, run on this wall geometry, and then double jump over the flames, and then get hit by the lightning guys. 'Cause I'm good. There is a way to avoid them, but let me know if you know it. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to hit them all at once. And then I'm going to jump right here. Ooh. Like the beginning. Very, very entrance. They just put it in front of the entrance. They did not put it in a straight line in the surrounding area. So you can just run slightly by it. You can actually skip that whole entire fight there. Then hit the fire. And then jump over it. Good fire skip. Let's go. And jump around this. Good. Then we have one more fight skip. Come up here. Grab it from above. Don't want to grab it from below. That will still hit the bite trigger. And then win! Wow, that was really good. About 4 seconds away from the low tab there. That was really good. And the only reason that was because of the bats, the electric bats. That was really good. In this run, my sum of best started at 33. We've had enough golds that it's now down to a 31-14, so we're doing all right. This has been a really good marathon run. Get him down here. Swing! Swing! And then come up here. Gonna do a boost jump. Whoa! I've never gotten there that fast. That's a new one. Nice. Nice. Okay, and then this is a new movement route that I've made here. So you come over here. Usually we take these poles, it's super slow. But now I'm gonna die. Because I'm really good at the game. There we go. That's what we want. And then come up here. I grab this red, you don't have to. And then instead of doing all that platforming, which usually should be slower, you just jump right to that pole and get to the finish. And then do a boost jump up here. Grab this other red, and then there's a fight here we don't want to do. So, I just run around it. Just like so. And there's another fight. So, again, kind of one of the reasons why Eggman Land's so much fun. You get all like the fun shit in Unleashed, but it's a lot more easier to execute. So, I really like it. And also, the boss fight that you get as a reward for completing it is really, really fun. It's definitely hard the first time around. Partially because you're like, oh my god, I just had so many night stages, can we please be done with this? And then after Eggman Land Day, which, again, speedrunning, that's like a 10-minute commitment, 11-minute commitment, so it's a lot longer, you're just like, okay, I'm exhausted. So, but it's really, really fun. It has a lot of cool stuff. And now we get to do the Descent. So this is I'm also a little bit far behind on Force Gathering, that's not bad. So we're going to come here, activate this cutscene. And then what we're going to do is activate this elevator with that green button here. Can't skip this cutscene for some reason, I don't know why. And then immediately after hitting this button, we'll hear it go. We're going to jump out of here and grab this. Oh, dude, I got some collision there for a second. I was like, no, wait, did we just clip out of bounds? That gives us some more force, but it doesn't take any time to get it. How is this not on PC yet, damn it? I know. You know, guys, this is an amazing thing called Dolphin, and you can actually get Unleashed on PC. It's not the one that you want on PC, but it's the one I want on PC. So, suck it. This is how I appease the Unleashed fans. Okay, come down here, run on the ceiling. I guess that was kind of special. There's a whole entire slow elevator you can do, but it's dumb and slow, and I hate it. So, I skip it. Okay, and then throw them. That wasn't the worst fight in the world. I'll take it, though. Oh, I didn't jump. Crap. So usually during this part, you're supposed to do a dash jump while that activates. You can land on this, and saves about, like, 10-ish seconds. But that's not even the hard part. This stage is the trickiest stage, because one, again, only have 2 lives here. So, a lot of pressure. You can feel a lot of pressure here. Right now, I'm kind of cool as a cucumber, because this run's already dead, so we're alright. But, we're going to come over here. Power's going to come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to just jump across and get that emblem. So, like so. But, doing that on world record pace or on a PB pace, oh dude, worst feeling in the world. It sucks. The only reason why I was able to snag world record is because that was messed up in the previous record before I got it, and cost a minute. So it's just like, it's stressful in these streets. Oh, I forgot to. Oops. Alright, and now we have Speck Skip. Hopefully we get it. Because I am Speck. I hope everyone knows that. I am indeed that guy. But we'll see what happens here. If not, that's totally fine. We are running, not behind by any means, but want to make sure we keep it moving here. And we got it. Let's go! Now we're running on the ceiling, skipping this fight. And then we're going to die here. Get back in bounds. And the reason why I slowed down for a second there is to make sure I hit that checkpoint. If not, it would send our ass all the way back to the beginning, and I wanted to avoid that. So I took a little bit of time loss just to do that. And then we're going to jump here. Now, there is actually a way to skip these fights. The problem is that you need to complete these fights in order for what allows you to move forward to spawn. So it's kind of lame. And also, there's another fight you can skip as well, the last fight, where you can still move forward, but as I explained earlier, it results in that soft lock state, so you can't do the last fight. It's really dumb. Good. Goodbye. Kobe. The only issue with Speck Skip that I have is that now we only have 2 lives, essentially. And there's one part in this stage where we kind of do what's called, like, the other Leap of Faith. Oh, dude, I don't even have Earthshaker. This sucks. Uh-oh. I'm not gonna have the level up. Bad force management. Uh-oh. And so, if I lose that, then it's like, I really cannot die. And it's a little stressful, but all good. I wonder where the... Alright, here we go. This is the jump. Alright, we're good. We're good. Oh gosh. Are we? Having a DTR with Unleashed. Okay. Oh! Okay, cool. Good shit. I'm gonna get some Unleashed capsule here, just to make sure that we're doing alright. I'm gonna dash attack into this guy. Throw him. Oh. Alright, throw him. Throw him. Okay, not throw him. Cry. Poop my pants. Okay, there we go. And now we get to fight these guys, the wizards, who I love. Oh my gosh. This is the most annoying fight in the game, because it is an RNG fest with these 2 wizards. And there's 4 of them, actually, total. There's 2 more that spawn after this, so it's a really fun time. That actually was pretty tame RNG. Oh, cool. Didn't even know that guy was there. And so what I try to do to mitigate that is by activating Unleash with these last ones. But it's not necessarily foolproof. They sometimes do be mischievous. So we'll see that. Not the worst, not the best. We'll take it though. And that is like, we're pretty much home free. So not too bad. We should be getting around a 45 here. Let's see, where's average at? Yeah, we're only 4 minutes behind average, and our average is a 41. So yeah, let's go. We're looking at it. Hopefully this works out. And then we're going to use some guard canceling here on these attacks to make sure we can extend these phases for as long as possible to hit them as many times as possible. Bop, 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 bop. But the bad news is, because I did bad force management, I do not have the strength level up that makes this fight 20 seconds faster. We're going to be losing about 20 seconds here to what I usually get. I don't know where I went wrong with the force management. I got all the capsules, so something went wrong with green combos or something. Probably in Jungle Joyride, to be completely honest with you. So, but all good. Oh, okay, that's cool. Go off. There we go, one more. To get him down. Okay. Just kidding. I'm lying. I'm a liar. Oh, there we go. One more phase, and then we should be done with Egg Dragoon. Really fun fight. Really just get to wall up on Eggman, which is always a good time in my opinion. The weird part is that some things trigger other things. So, oh, we got Earthshaker now. That's nice. So I try to play it as conservative as possible in these fights, just to make sure that he's not doing anything too stupid. And we're all good. Okay, good. Only lost 20 seconds there, so not too bad.
How do you like that, huh?
And if Dark Gaia goes absolutely perfect, we'll see what happens here. So now we have the Dark Gaia fight. And the Dark Gaia fight is pretty RNG. This is, so if you've played the version in the HD version, this part sucks. It is awful. But in the Wii version, we get an RNG Punch-Out style fight, which, for a speedrun, still sucks. For a casual play, awesome. I'm doing pretty good right now. Yes. Yes. Okay, one more. That was really good RNG. What? I say as I fail. Alright. RNG is pretty much over. So now, this cutscene is the only cutscene that is not skippable. I don't know why. After you play through this cutscene once, like in the boss fight, let's say I die or have to restart, I can skip it then. For some reason, we can't skip it now, so... We've decided to keep it in just so that it feels and still doesn't really give an advantage, so if someone is playing on hardware and does the old school method, that they're not screwed. So, Jason Griffith, what's going on, man? Tell me. It's time for the big finale. Let's fucking do it. And through here, now we're gonna see the one instance of a rail swap mechanic. Here we go. Got it. And then use some drift here to go fast. B, X, B. These QTEs are always the same, unless if you die. Then they change. And it is really, really stressful to keep up with what cycle of QTE you're on. Okay, coming through here. Jump, slide. Gonna do another QTE, B, A, Sport. It's in the game. Gonna do another slide here. Let's go. And B, A, B. Bam. Cool. And this part right here is probably the hardest part in this little section. That got reworked. Did a little bit of reworking. We really didn't know how to do this part fast, and then after some research and finding literally the perfect run of this boss, we figured out how to do this a little bit faster. So, and then jump here. Now we actually don't have to slide underneath that. Sonic's model is actually smaller. This stage is 1-to-1 copied from the HD version. YB. And so, it's actually pretty similar. The only difference is this, is that, sorry, I golded there. Nice little gold. The only difference is the ending, like, animation when you hit him. Alright, let's do it! Endless possibilities, man! Let's do it. Perfect ring gathering. Let's go. I'm pumped. Hope you're pumped. Hope you've enjoyed this run. Again, shout outs to the Sacer community for having me. It's been a blast. I love this game. Love this community. And I love the Adventure Era community so much for being like the little adoptive sibling, if you will, of always hanging out in VCs while I play this game, and all the kind things I could keep on going on and on before I start crying. But again, really, really grateful for the Sacer community. Thank you all, and hope you guys enjoy this boss fight. It's pretty much me hitting eyeballs, so let's do it! The basic understanding of it, just like the boost gauges from before, but this time it's getting 10 rings, fills up a gauge, and allows us to attack. And so that's what we're going to be doing here. in a hopefully fast manner. But we want to make sure that we're getting rings. I keep on missing them because apparently that's a recurring theme of this run. But yep, okay. But we want to make sure we don't run out, because if we run out, we are mega ultra screwed. So, okay. After this, then we got one more. Oh my gosh, will this be a sub 4 Dark Gaia? That's really good. I don't think it will be. Nah, it's a big thing. It should still be a gold though. Absolutely. It's a really good Dark Gaia fight. Alright, let's do it. Alright, timing's gonna be once we hit the eyeball here. 3, 2, 1, time. Made it by 12 seconds. Let's go. Oh, shit. Let's go, guys. We did it. Nice. 410. If you guys want to watch more of this stuff, I'm not really streaming that much right now because I just started a new job and just moved and stuff. But if you want to catch me sometime streaming and playing this game, I usually play all day stages. I don't really play 90% that much anymore. But if you want to catch that, you can check that at Speck. I do that. I will be coming back. I was going to be working on this, but then life stuff happened. I'm working on a podcast, a speedrunning podcast called Behind the Speed. Check me out on YouTube. More useless shelling, whatever. Anyway, but thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Luigi gives his thumbs up, and so does Sonic now. And he dies. Mom? Just gonna go through the menuing and cutscenes here, I guess. Thanks, Drum. Oh, look at him. Look at the man. Oh my god, I'm in love with him.
It's simply a miracle. We've been saved by a miracle.
Sonic do be a miracle. So true.
I told you, didn't I? There was no way Sonic would let something like that.
This is actually Sonic Frontiers, guys.
And right you were. Still, we cannot live without the night. We all must sleep. We all must rest. Darkness is a part of our world, just the same as light. It may be that the darkness has not been destroyed, but merely laid to rest.
Banger.
It grows strong over the eons, rises up, then is put to slumber by the light. Perhaps that is the true balance of dark and light Gaia. That balance may be the very will of the planet itself.
Yeah. Kind of gaming.
Save the speech for later.
Yeah, so these cutscenes were actually in HD, and then they just downscaled them for this game. Isn't that funny? So there's some funny shenanigans that happens. Alright, I'm gonna skip through him now. Oh, wait, I forgot to show him landing on his face. Oh well. Sega. Alright, well. I do be chillin'. How's everyone night going? I'm just gonna... Yeah. Yeah. This is me. That's me as a me. You guys know that? That's exactly what I look like. Kind of crazy when you think about it. There's Speck me. Oh, sign off. Oh, okay.